Grade.
If you're getting estimates for replacement windows, do yourself a favor. Get one more. Prosser here. I did, and I was blown away. Cash Building Materials' local team is so experienced, and they know exactly what works for Jacksonville homes at a surprising price. You owe it to yourself to see what they can do before making a decision. Before you buy windows or doors, get a cash quote. Search Cash Building Material. Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here. Only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do. Stop in at a Circle K and make yours a Dandy today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation, time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Googans go time on a Monday morning. It is the Next Gen Roofing Monday as we get this season built from the ground up. The roof and the ceiling very high for this football team who takes a day off today. So let's kind of get you caught up on where we are in Jagland since we left you Friday morning, right as the scrimmage was beginning. And you can hear from Liam Cohen here on Now What's Next because it's changes. It ramps up starting now. But they had the scrimmage on Friday. We got some details on that if you haven't poured through them yet. We had just a short little walkthrough, 45-minute deal on Saturday. Not much there. Returned for another training camp workout yesterday. So news and notes from that. And Trevor Lawrence met the media yesterday. So some further thoughts outside of our sit-down interview with Trevor on Friday. Look, can go through the ins and the outs and dissect and put under a microscope what we've seen. This is kind of where I am now after a couple of weeks of watching this team together, listening to what they're saying, contemplating what's coming up. It's just a good football team. We got a good football team. You know, there are going to be days where this guy does something good and there are other days where this guy on the other side of the ball is going to do good. We just got a good football team. Now, good football teams aren't guaranteed success. There are a lot of teams that go into the season with a good football team, and for whatever reason, it doesn't play out that way. That's why the consistency of a follow-up season is so important for this group because of how they're made up. It's a good group because there are good veteran players. There are good ascending young veteran players. And there's just a bunch of good, young, hungry football players that, depending on when you're watching, are flashing from time to time. Going to be some tough decisions on that roster cutdown day, and there are going to be some nervous designations when it comes time to make releases because you got to let them sit there for a day before you set your practice squad, and you just hope that you can, they did that last year with Branson Combs. He didn't survive the first roster. They put him on the practice squad and just crossed their fingers that no one would pick him up. There'll be a number of players like that when it comes to decision day later this month. You may have seen there are other teams that are just breaking camp. They're loading up the buses and heading back to team headquarters. Most of those teams are the ones that do their training camp out of town, right? Dallas has gone to California. The Rams leave the SoCal. So it's when you see these teams that are ending training camp and heading back, the Jags aren't on the verge of doing that. They will officially stay in, quote, training camp scheduling all the way to August 26th. Now, does that mean it'll be the exact same setup? Well, shoot, no. I think we have maybe even one roster cut down before the 26th. Maybe not. They've changed around how they do the roster cuts. It used to be like in 3 waves, and now it just seems like whoosh, it's just one big swoop at the end of the preseason. we'll be 4 weeks away from football this Wednesday. Jags are less than 5 weeks away from their season opener. And it ramps up in intensity when they go to New Orleans this weekend. Forget the preseason game Saturday afternoon. That will pale in comparison to the advantages of the joint practice sessions that they'll have. And I'll remind you, they're going to have them with all three of their preseason opponents. What are they doing? The AFC South? That's how little I paid attention to the preseason scheduling. What do we got? New Orleans on the road and home games against Tampa and Carolina. That's how it's set up. So Tampa and Carolina will each come to town early, and we'll have those joint practice workouts with both those clubs. But first, it starts at New Orleans this weekend. Get to see Travis Etienne, both in workouts and in that preseason opener on Saturday. It's going to be interesting to continue and kind of track what the approach is for teams when it comes to the preseason games, because every year we've just seen the playing time for important players just get less and less and less and less, to the point that some don't play at all. And I'm not saying it's a bad strategy. And it's for a variety of reasons, but the premier reason as we continue to move along, well, there are two. There are two premier reasons. Training camp was training camp back in the day because guys ended the season, on December 30th, and we'll see you in August. They didn't make life-altering money. Many of them had second jobs in the offseason. So training camp was important to really get back in football shape. Preseason games were important to really find your rhythm. Well, now it's a year-round business. They get a month basically right after the season. They get a month basically, at the end of June. But other than that, on field and off, they're so much more engaged with the football organization, and at the money they're making these days, they should be. But at the end of the day, you see so much, and now that you got the joint practices to work on really specific individual, controllable aspects and elements, it's like put the young guys out there and see if they can make plays with the lights on, I suppose. So we haven't gotten the exact breakdown on Liam Cohen, I don't think, as to how the playing time will be dispersed on Saturday. But here's Coach now at this, again, training camp technically is going to go to the 26th. But we are certainly into the dog days. It is a series of similar practices. The goals down there from day to day, I'm sure, change. But a busy week, an important week this week, as pointed out by Coach.
We'll do a walk tomorrow, like a, jog through, walk through, a lot of corrections from today mixed with some install. Then we'll have an off day coming up on Monday. We'll hit the pads again. Pads on Sunday, I believe. We're going to do one more padded practice before we go to New Orleans. So I'm excited to see that, too, like to see how they respond from, hitting a little bit more running, a little bit more work, see how they respond to that, get them a little bit of a refresher. Then we'll do New Orleans, which I think will be a great opportunity for us to go against another quality opponent, hit against somebody else. But we got one more really quality practice here before we do that, which I'm really looking forward to seeing how they respond.
And that was yesterday's practice, and by all accounts, they responded well. It was Brian Thomas Jr.'s turn to stand out. The receivers have all had great camps. I mean, Parker makes some, Madden-looking play every practice, rather. Brian Thomas Jr. has been steady as she goes, whether it's the inside routes or getting deep. The pass game has been super efficient. But as I said, they've just looked like a good football team. That means that the defense makes their share of plays. The coverage has been good. Travis Hunter flashed yesterday. He had both a touchdown catch and an interception in the same practice. Jarian Jones has had such a good camp. Eric Murray, I believe, had another interception yesterday. So the defense, we kind of hit on this a little bit last week, is a little bit under the radar, right? I mean, the team as a whole, as we are reminded pretty consistently, in large part by their head coach, the team can be overlooked. But if there's some overshadowing within it's the offense, just from a national perspective, that's where the shiny toys are. That's where Trevor and, Liam Cohen and this receiving core, the room that's ranked, top 5 in the league. And I tell you what, if Travis Hunter is a legitimate, steady contributor on offense, might be the best receiving room in the league. If the guys are going to play like we've seen them play in camp. And again, there's a physicality, there's an intensity, there's a lot that ramps up. No one's going to be perfect all year long, but boy, they sure have had good camps. The chemistry between Trevor Lawrence and his receivers has been good. Just kind of, and the running game, I think they're okay with. It hasn't exactly, knocked your socks off. But I'll happily stick with the prediction I made when Travis Etienne was really, almost contractually forced to be let go. And my prediction is the Jaguars will run for as many yards this year from the running back position as they did a year ago. Will it look exactly like it did when they had an 1,100-yard rusher who was the primary ball carrier? No. It'll be split up a little bit more. Do we get a running back with 1,000 yards next year? Maybe not. And I forget what the exact total was when we looked it up. It was maybe 1,700. Take Trevor out. The quarterback rushing yards can fluctuate, but just rushing yards by running backs. I don't think the Jags will suffer statistically from a year ago, but we shall see. But a busy week, as you just heard, and again, they met the media after practice yesterday, so still to come this hour, a little bit of more of a practice recap. You can hear from Trevor Lawrence. I got more from Liam Cohen. Foye met the media. It's interesting. We're circling around long enough now. We're hearing from guys that we had on set with us, but the dynamics and the storylines change with each and every day, really, depending on what happened that practice session, and plenty of opportunity this week, especially late in the week when the team goes to New Orleans for those joint practices. But what a baseball series the Braves and the Yankees just played this weekend. Two really good teams. That Yankees pitching staff, boy, the Braves got the heart of it. It was Max Fried on Friday. It was Garrett Cole on Saturday. And then it was Schlittler yesterday. 3 one-run games. Controversy on Saturday. I hate baseball umpires, sports hate so bad. Gosh, and this name escapes me. I will find it later. This guy is he's just an excuse to baseball. Should be fired. You're a pissant little umpire. You keep Chris Sale's name out of your mouth. Do a big throw him out of the game. You little twerp. And it was awful. Chris Sale's been pitching in Major League Baseball for 13 years. He's pitched hundreds of games. He has a certain style in the way he pitches, where he starts and can either be from the stretch or go into a windup. He's been pitching this way forever. He's not one time ever had a balk called on him because he didn't, quote, declare if he was in the stretch or the windup. But, Johnny Do-Gooder over here who decided he was going to read every nuance of the rule book. So Sale was called for a balk in a one-run game. I mean, it was a difference maker on Saturday. Walt Weiss took the bullets and got kicked out of the game. And then before yesterday's game, Sale called out the umpire. They couldn't do it then. He'd have been kicked out. They needed him still on the mound. But yesterday, so Chris Sale yesterday ejected by that same little twerp, that same little jackass, that same little self-important little twerp. Got kicked out by him yesterday. Umpires need to learn. I don't know why they won't learn that you just need to be anonymous, Chief. And your little, twisted up faces when you throw guys out make you look beyond twerpish. So this dude can go to hockey sticks, and I hope Major League Baseball, at the very least, reprimands him, and they don't stand behind some letter of the law. You're a jackass if you call a Hall of Fame pitcher for a balk call in the same delivery he's been using for 13 years and never been called. That's on you. Period. End of story. Anyway, Braves lost 2 on a Friday, Saturday, and then another one-run game yesterday that Atlanta won in extra innings and just barely. So that was a 3-2 final. Boy, Matt Olson is sure carrying him. That dude's homering just about every time out. So the Braves take 2 out of 3 this weekend. They got a series with the Mets starts tonight in Atlanta. Phillies, meanwhile, thankfully, also, if you're a Braves fan, also lost 2 out of 3. So they remain 8.5 back. And each day you can just check off the calendar, get you closer to some security. We're not there yet, gang. Trust me on that one. And really, in the bigger picture, there is a race for the overall top 2 seeds in the National League. Like if you finish first or second, you get that first round bye. Could be a big advantage, especially if you're trying to get your pitching staff settled. And right now, the Braves have a 1-game lead over the Dodgers and they are 3 games behind the Brewers. So the Brewers over the Braves by 1, over the Dodgers by 3. I'm sorry, 4. And by the way, each of those division leaders have very healthy leads. Not insurmountable, but healthy. The Braves, 8.5 over the Phillies. The Brewers, 5.5 over the Cubs. And the Dodgers, 7.5 game lead over the Diamondbacks. And Arizona, by the way, visits Atlanta later in the week. So just another vitally important weekend in Major League Baseball. They all become important the deeper you get into the season. And just as we talked about before the trade deadline, there are teams that are going to be hesitant to trade away certain prospects because they're still in it, at least as the wild card goes. That hadn't changed since the deadline. And so it makes for very interesting into the end of the season. It keeps teams alive. In the American League right now, the Rangers would hold the final wild card spot, right? Okay, so the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Rangers would be the 3 wild card teams in the American League if the playoffs started today. And then behind the Rangers, there are another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams within 3.5 games, including the 2 teams that played in the ALCS a year ago in Toronto and Seattle. So there's that. All right, we're up and rolling. It's the Next Gen Roofing Monday. We got a lot on our plate today, and excited to share it with you. We'll come back on the other side. RJ, by the way, is in studio with us, and that's because we're starting this. What do we call this? Thing have a title, man? ET on the road, just spreading that Jag love. So look for ET in the prize van today because he's going to be out there surprising Jaguar fans with tickets to some of this year's games. He'll join us and fill us in a little bit better. We'll hear from him a couple of times on the morning. But yeah, we're making him the show clown today. He gets to go out and perform, and we will sit here and very ably toss to him for his updates. But more than that, man, if you see him out and about and you know that Jag and 1010XL ticket caravan is coming your way, yeah, I'd go ahead and suggest pulling over. Buddy, it is what it is. You can interpret this any way you want. We'll get back on the other side. It's now official. There's never been a more toxic professional sports league in the history of professional sports than the WNBA. It's just glowing green toxic. And everything that these ladies do, everything that they say, every day that passes, it gets more and more toxic. I don't know how else to explain this cavalcade of nonsense that I saw this weekend. So that and more when we get up. Trust me, I won't spend long on it. And we will not go over the scoreboard from this weekend's game. But the toxicity levels are, I mean, we need to get FEMA. FEMA needs to go to the WNBA offices and put up one of those big, one of those big tents that you do when you do termite treatments. That and more when we return. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. You're listening to The Drill on a Next Gen Roofing Monday.
Jeff Prosser,
I'm angry.
Mike Dempsey,
I'm spitting angry.
and Rick Ballou.
I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about.
Yeah, we got angry covered.
My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
1010XL. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hey, soccer fans, Sporting Jacks is giving away a new Honda Accord Saturday, 8:15. Sporting Jacks men take on Indy 11 at 7 on Hodges Field at UNF. Just be there. Someone will win a new car from Honda at the Avenues and Sporting Jacks. Visit sportingjacks.com today.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Daly's is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Daly's. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Daly's is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Daly's. Daly's is made fresh, it's made local, and Daly's is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Go! Your school matters.
Recap this week's high school football games with Hacker and Trent Osborne.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Truck accidents can happen and can be devastating. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards and Raggets is proud to serve the 904. If you've been seriously injured in a truck accident, protect yourself and your family by understanding your rights and legal options. Our attorneys are experienced in handling complex truck cases and can guide you through this. No fees unless you recover damages. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards and Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
Let's talk insurance, or as I say, assurance, because that's what you get with my friend Mandy at the Bowers Agency. Mandy and her dream team at the Bowers Agency will personalize your insurance playbook. They will give you max protection. Not your average insurance agent. Mandy and the Bowers Agency have everything you need. Home, life, business, auto. Call Mandy at the Bowers Agency or visit them on Facebook or at bowersagencyjacks.com.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly, and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Fred Taylor. If you've been in an auto accident, you need a team who knows how to get you back on your feet and back to your life. At North Florida Medical Center, they don't just treat the injury, they treat the whole person, from physical therapy to pain management. North Florida Medical Center has a team of experts ready to help you heal and recover. I trust the team here at North Florida Medical Center, and you can too. So don't wait. Call North Florida Medical Center and get the care you deserve.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It was good to get the team reps together with a bunch of different groupings out there. Saw a bunch of different guys in different situations. First down, second down, third down, a little bit of red zone work, 2-minute work. And like I said, guys in different positions and put in different spots and having to string drives together. So it was good to see the guys go out there, communicate, compete, play fast, play together, all those things that we kind of preach and you try to create in these controlled settings, but getting into more of a mock game, you really see it come to life.
That is offensive coordinator Grant Udinski after the team's inter-squad scrimmage on Friday. Trevor wearing an arm sleeve yesterday, so questions about that. He'll answer those. You'll hear from that. Hear from Trev coming up here in just a little. I guess maybe Adam Vinatieri was just like a little bitter because he didn't get to do the Tom Brady roast. But after watching Vinatieri's Hall of Fame induction speech, maybe they should have called him up to the dais for a little bit more family-friendly comedy, if you remember the Brady roast. Oof. But Vinatieri, who was obviously a teammate of both Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, And who, by the way, owns every kicking record there is. Most field goals, most points, most overtime game winners. You name it. Vinatieri. If I were in charge of the Hall of Fame, the one and only kicker to ever go in the Hall of Fame would have been Vinatieri this weekend. I wouldn't have Stenerud in. I wouldn't have Morton Anderson in. And not a single kicker for the rest of the history of professional football, unless some kid comes along and can kick 100-yarders, is ever going in. They're a dime a dozen. And the difference between the best kicker in the NFL and an average kicker is so much different than a Hall of Fame player and an average player. They're too close together for me, for my liking.
Now, how close are we too early to say? Because we have a kicker who's
yes, we do.
Who's pretty doggone good.
Yes, he is.
Do you think that maybe one of these days we see him get his name selected for the Hall?
We are an awful long way. Like I said, it's going to be hard to differentiate yourself as a kicker. As good as Cam Little is, no one around the league thinks he's better than Brandon Aubrey. You know, so that's kind of my point. You know, if you were doing what Cam Little does and you play a running back, the other guy who's doing it like you is a surefire Hall of Famer, and the kicker is never going to have that advantage. Again, call me a kickerist, a specialistist. But, yeah, and punters, yeah, buddy, here would never be a punter put in the Hall of Fame if I was playing. Yeah. We don't put the concession guys in. As in, I can see the drive. Here, let me kick it to you. Nonetheless, you want to know what I'm talking about, though, with Adam Vinatieri? Of course you do. 24-year career, and this guy was money, dude. I'll prove to you I'm not a kickerist. I loved Vinatieri. I loved him because that dude hit all of those clutch kicks. I mean, Super Bowl kicks and game-winning kicks. What about the kick he had? Everyone remembers, the tuck rule and Brady and the fumble that they got overturned. You remember, like, Vinatieri coming out and kicking, like, a 40- and 50-yard field goal in that blizzard. So this guy was the man. And he took his opportunity to do a little roasting during his acceptance speech about Peyton Manning. Vinatieri cracked. Peyton, thank you for generously donating your forehead for today's teleprompter. A gigantic forehead means big brain, though, and your football IQ is unmatched. About Bill Belichick, his former coach. I thought addressing one of Belichick's absence or acknowledging that Belichick's not there. I thought it was because training camp's already started, but in truth, it's because he's judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition. Before quickly adding that he views Belichick as the greatest coach of all time. And this is a little bit, I know it's school's here. Good morning, backseatigans. So I won't tell you exactly what he said about Pat McAfee. But he did say after he spotted McAfee in the audience, he said, McAfee's the only person who enjoyed handling his footballs more than his wife. See, what we did there, gang, we Disneyfied it for the backseatigans, but you get my point. And by the way, he clarified that his wife did, hold the ball for him in the lonely offseason practices. So, yeah, Vinatieri just went, full stand-up while he was up there. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't care about the league, but I do know this. I do know if you're trying to gain popularity, constantly being in the news for negativity and toxicity and poison with words like, phobic and racist. It's just a petri dish of foul, the WNBA. It's just toxic, man. And it never ends. And I don't care where you fall on your gender quest, to each his own. But I damn sure know this. Kids shouldn't be a part of the conversation when it comes to transgenderism. Kids should not be a part of the. They're not even allowed to drive or buy a cigarette. And you want to think that they can change their gender at age 9. So shame on Cheryl Reeves, the head coach of Minnesota, for wearing a shirt that's a T-shirt in a game that says trans kids matter. What is wrong with you? So that brings up the whole transgender debate, and it all starts with to be honest with you, with a misquote. With a misquote from that had only to do with the competitive aspect of allowing men to play women's basketball. And perhaps you've been victimized by just the clickbaiting and the headline grabbing. So if I ask you what Sophie Cunningham said about, transgender women playing in the NBA, you probably would have a little more. You would think it was a lot more, aggressive or, what it is. This is just insanity. And the WNBA has decided to be the poster child for insanity in this country. And I just don't see how this is going to end right. So Sophie Cunningham, who has been positioned by ESPN and analysts and the rest of her league as some sort of hateful bigot, said this. This is what she said on ESPN that drew the controversy. I'm here to extend love, but I also think that love is truth and being honest, and I want to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Boy, how controversial and hateful can someone be? But by the reaction and what's been allowed to be done and said to her, did you see the absolute clothesline she got this weekend? And we're going to act like that wasn't targeted violence? So the NBA has just created just a toxic mess. And, man, by looking at what the movers and shakers in the league say and do, you can't help but think it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. Back with more next. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's your turn to talk, and we're listening.
Oh, you don't say.
If you got something to say, holler at Hacker. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, save big today at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Right now, get a semi-automatic AR-style 12-gauge shotgun for just $2.99. Green Acres also stocks the top brands of suppressors. For nearly 60 years, Green Acres has been Jacksonville's trusted source for firearms and outdoor gear, providing expert service you can count on. Shop Green Acres today at greenacresporting.com.
Hey, Florida homeowners. Are your electric bills through the roof? Your old windows and doors could be the problem. Renewal by Andersen offers superior energy-efficient solutions. For a limited time, buy 4 windows and doors, get the 5th free, plus 12-month special financing. Don't let another hot Florida summer drive up your energy bills. Upgrade your home's comfort, beauty, and energy efficiency with Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
When you want to know what's happening in Gainesville, roll with a Gator Report.
I'm Kyle Markowitz. Listen for updates on Florida Gators athletics several times a week on 1010XL.
Built by Cash Building Materials.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here for my friends at Coyle Fencing. You've heard me talk about our Bregan baseball complex with walk-off charities and we needed a batter's eye. Nobody knew how to do it. Coyle figured it out, and it is great. Since then, Coyle & Sons has completed hundreds of projects, including most recently our football fields at Fort Family Park. The bottom line is they do everything. They do it well. It looks great. I trust Coyle & Sons. You can too. Since 1927, they've been getting it right. CoyleJacks.com. C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. That's where you find them. A proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
There's no better time than now to buy your football season parking pass from Tailgaters. Complete with on-site restaurant, indoor restrooms, and all-day security. Tailgaters parking selling out. Log on to tailgatorsparking.com today.
Hey, gang, you might be aware credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payment, so they're getting nowhere. But here's what many homeowners don't realize. That use the equity in your home. You can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash, and with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can pay off your credit cards, your existing HELOC, your car loans, get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved, saved over $1,500 a month. And here's the best part with Loan Pronto. You can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com, see how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto. 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com.
I've worked with a lot of advertisers over the years, and you learn pretty quickly which ones are selling something and which ones actually care what happens after the sale. I'm Greg Gajewski, and when Awaken 180 first came to 1010XL, it started with Mike Dempsey, then Matt Hayes. From that first call, they wanted to understand our audience, not just buy a schedule. I talked with Paige, learned how the program worked, and at one point said, we got a guy, hacker, that could really use this. And her answer was immediate, let's help him. That's their entire mission. That's always been their answer. No revolving door, no corporate runaround. Paige never franchised Awaken 180 because she wants every coach, client, and endorser to feel supported. I saw that as a business partner, and then I experienced it myself. I went on the program and lost 50 pounds. That's why I endorse Awaken 180, not just because they're a 1010XL client, but because they care about people, and you feel it every day. Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we are back with a Dailies Double Take. Not just a spokesperson, I'm also a client. That delicious fresh ground today. The Dailies grind, and we're all in that, aren't we? But yeah, that fresh ground, locally sourced coffee each and every morning is the way that I get started. Get you a couple biscuits this morning as well. I'm going to, though, reserve the Dailies Double Take today with a look at a couple of golfers, because it's such a fun event yesterday, because it's the last one before you pare it down to 70. So there is such urgency among guys trying to get into the top 70, get their cards for next year, and stay alive for the big payday as this year's tour champion. So when it got down to the nitty-gritty, the very end, there were some nervous golfers. There were some that maybe had a little premature celebration. Matt Wallace ended up 73rd, top 70 go. He was number 73, but when he made a birdie on the final hole, he thought he had done enough, so he responded, with a fist bump and a hug for his caddy like he had just won a major. Turns out he didn't make it. Bo Hostler spent just about all weekend on top of the leaderboard, but petered out enough down the stretch that it wasn't, I say that, he was, second, but wasn't good enough. He finished 72nd in the points race. The tough luck loser, Stephen Fisk, just 6 points out of the 70th and final spot. But the Daily's Double Take is on two particular golfers and what they accomplished yesterday. Michael Brennan, who has been a fixture on the first page of the leaderboard for basically the last month, broke through, made a heck of a charge on Sunday, and he won going away. And he was outside the top 70. That got him all the way in. Let's see what he ends up with that win. He probably, he's well inside the top 50, which gets you into the BMW Championship, which is the second. The first one is the FedEx. That's in Memphis coming up this weekend, and again, down to just 70. But the other half of this Daily's Double Take, the other part in my view here, Jackson Koivan made the FedEx Cup playoffs with just 6 starts under his belt. That's amazing. In fact, I think it might be I think he set the record for the fewest starts to still qualify for the FedEx Cup. That means you can't do that without winning, which he did, and also finishing, he missed a cut or two. So his jump up from college golf dominance. I got college football in the brain. You're going to see why in a second. From college golf dominance to legitimate PGA Tour pro. I mean, I wouldn't put it past this kid to go win this week and, work his way into the top 50. So Jackson Koivan and Michael Brennan, really the big winners yesterday. I mean, Koivan had a really take advantage of every opportunity. I never hit the sneeze button. You know what happens, RJ? I go reaching for it. I can't find it anywhere, and I just have to turn away. So
it's all good.
I've become quite the sneezer, haven't I, Googans? It's been sneezing a lot. I've had to do this a bunch. Anywho, Koivan and Brennan. Shout out both those dudes who advanced into the 70. Golf gets really fun now as they pare it down ultimately to the final 30. And they will compete for the Tour Championship. So there's that. I was just... I was going to share this bit of college football notes. These are always so silly. 10 Power 4 teams most likely to go unbeaten in 2026. 10? Hey, buddy, you want to write something that really shows your acuity? Tell me the 2 that might go in. We ain't having 10 go undefeated. Most years, you might have 1 go undefeated most years. Not all years, but most years. You might have 1. The team that played for the national title last year, Miami, lost 2 games. So Indiana ran the table, sure. 10 teams most likely to go unbeaten in 2026? Yeah, you don't get any credit for this. What am I doing? How about this? 28 teams that can win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, that's what I'm reading here. Well, here they are, by the way, in case you're wondering. And I've reserved it for college basketball in their postseason, so I can't do the naked walk pledge and pledge to walk nude to this year's college football championship if this team or that team is, quote, undefeated. But here is the ridiculous projection of not 1, not 2, but 10 teams that could go undefeated. Yeah, right. Sure they can. Texas Tech. Right, yeah. Texas Tech's going to go undefeated. Sure. Number 2, Notre Dame. I'll buy it. They got Miami, SMU, BYU. That's it. So if you're a major conference team, the odds of you going undefeated are really, really long. And if you do, you get the Indiana treatment. You get treated for just how dominant you were. Number 3, Miami. Again, not bad to look in the ACC. Miami really plays a 2-game schedule this year. They play Clemson and Notre Dame. So the smooth path for Miami to re-enter the playoffs this year. They do it with Darian Mensah, another terrific quarterback transfer that they found in the portal. Number 4, Oregon. I guess it's all about the top of your schedule and who you play. I mean, Texas Tech plays nobody. Big Ten teams. I shouldn't say nobody, but yeah, they're not going undefeated. And by the way, what are you saying when you say undefeated? Are you saying regular season? Or are you telling me they're going to go 16-0 and win it all?
I think they mean regular season.
Yeah, I think they mean regular season as well. And it's still a ridiculously large list for trying to go undefeated. So I've already got Texas Tech's not going undefeated, so scratch them off. Notre Dame might, but I would still say they wouldn't. Miami might, but I would still say they wouldn't. Oregon is not going undefeated. How do I know this? Because they never go undefeated, and they play at USC, at Ohio State. They play Michigan. They play Washington. Not happening. Your list is right now at a sketchy 2. Indiana is not going undefeated. They're not winning 30 games in a row. Not happening. Ohio State at Michigan, USC at Washington. They lost a ton. Many of whom are playing in the NFL right now, including the Heisman Trophy quarterback. So yeah, they're not going undefeated. Georgia's not going undefeated. It's not that kind of Georgia team. Oklahoma at Bama, Florida at Ole Miss. They've been 12-0 3 times under Kirby Smart, but it's been since 2023, and it just doesn't seem like a very good team. I'm not saying Georgia can't win the Natty. Don't think they're going undefeated. Penn State. Yeah, Penn State's going to go undefeated. Yeah, they fired their coach midseason. They brought in a guy from Iowa State, and they've been able to do really basically nothing in the new Big Ten, but now they're going to go undefeated. Sure they are. Number 8, Ohio State. They play at Texas, at Indiana, and then they play USC, Oregon, and Michigan at home. Do we really think they're winning all those games? Seriously? NC State. Now, you look at NC State, and this, whoever wrote this is counting on the opponents in the post-spring top 25, only one Louisville. That's not the problem. The problem is your NC State, SMU, Virginia, any team in the league is capable of beating you. Even though I do see this, 4 of their 9 conference opponents missed bowl games last year, and they do avoid Miami, Clemson, SMU, and Virginia Tech. They also have to play at Vanderbilt in September, so there you go. This one you can, check this one off the list by the second week of the season. And number 10, Texas. Again, that's hard to buy because they got Ohio State, they're at Tennessee, they got Oklahoma, Florida, Ole Miss, at Missouri, at LSU, and at Texas A&M. I do not believe they're winning all those games.
Now, I understand they weren't listed, and I'm sure that you're not saying that this team is going to go undefeated, but what would be a successful season, in your opinion, for your alma mater of Florida?
You know, it depends on what you're calling. I think successful is successful, considering you're taking over 4-8 and the Billy Napier mess. Successful is a winning year in a bowl game. Doesn't make you feel great, but it will keep you optimistic. So if they go 7-5 and go to a bowl, I don't know if that's success, but it's not failure.
Do they have to win the bowl for you?
It depends on how it's approached and who they're playing. The bowl games have become so sketchy. I think 8-4, though. To me, 8-4 is like that's success. And if you do any better than that, you may be a playoff team. And by the way, 7-5, 8-4, 9-3, all in play. Depends on how the quarterback performs and how quickly they can all get in lockstep with the new John Sumrall system. Trevor Lawrence in an arm sleeve. Why? Well, he'll tell you. That and a football fix when we return. It is a next-gen Roofing Monday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Marlins are continuing to stick around in the playoff discussion. They get back above 500 at 60-59 by beating the Angels yesterday 12-3. They take 2 of 3 in that weekend series. They'll take the day off today before they open up a series against the Pirates tomorrow. The Rays are on a run again. They have won 6 straight. They just completed a 3-game series sweep of the Mariners, winning yesterday 4-1. Tonight they're in Sacramento, take on the A's. The Rays are going to have Freddie Peralta on the mound, and it is the Rays who are favored in this game at minus 156. The A's are plus 132 underdogs.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keystoprogress.com.
With your VSIN Action Update, I'm Matt Pauley on 1010XL.
You know that little voice in your head that says, I really should do something about that septic system? If your yard's getting soggy, things aren't draining like they used to, or you've caught a smell that definitely wasn't there before, don't wait until it becomes an emergency. This month, save $500 on a new septic system installation from Duck Duck Rooter. As the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, Duck Duck Rooter will handle the whole job from permits to final inspection, and you know the work is done right. So when you're stuck, call Duck Duck Rooter, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com. Financing is available.
I'm Kelly, owner of DexaFit Jacksonville. Do you really know your numbers? Body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat, and bone density? At DexaFit Jacksonville, we use the DEXA-Scan, the gold standard for precise body composition. We also measure VO2 max and resting metabolic rate. No guessing, just clinical, science-backed data giving you a complete picture of how your body performs and burns fuel. HSA and FSA accepted. Book today at jacksonville.dexafit.com.
Prosser here. When it comes time to buy or sell a home, it's a process, man, and you need the expert help on your side. And for that, I ask you to turn to my friends, Chad and Sandy, the only agents I would trust and recommend to sell my home. Listen, the real estate market, it's choppy. Most experts don't expect smooth sailing anytime soon. And in today's market, you need those experts. Those experts are Chad and Sandy. You think you got a problem? Well, it probably isn't, because Chad and Sandy handle it. They're the local real estate experts that have this proven system. Using the proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. That's right. No required repairs. Pick your move date. Take Maria in St. John's. I was so frustrated after 2 different agents failed to sell my home over several months. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and I called. Their team took the time to understand my needs and explain the process. Bottom line, my home sold in 21 days for 99% of asking price. Go to chadandsandy.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Man, I'm going to shoot straight with you. When you replace the windows, it's a big investment. It's a big financial commitment. You've got to be sure that you're aligned with the right company. And I'm here to tell you that investment deserves the straight answers you get at Cash Building Material. That's where I got them. Cash Building Material, explain the options, answer my questions, or I better said Mrs. P's questions. Helped us find windows that fit my home and my budget. No pressure, just honest advice. They'll do the same for you. Cash Building Material. Before you buy windows or doors, get a cash quote. Search Cash Building Material and click on the Replacements tab. Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Imagine this. You and your buddies outside enjoying the warm weather. The grill is fired up, steaks are sizzling, drinks in hand, and you're all hanging out around your brand new outdoor kitchen. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can make it happen. From custom outdoor kitchens to fireplaces, fire pits, and more. They bring your backyard dreams to life. You dream it, they build it. Visit CSSFireplaces.com and make your backyard the place everyone wants to be this season.
Let's talk insurance, or as I say, assurance, because that's what you get with my friend Mandy at the Bowers Agency. Mandy and her dream team at the Bowers Agency will personalize your insurance playbook. They will give you max protection. Not your average insurance agent. Mandy and the Bowers Agency have everything you need. Home, life, business, auto. Call Mandy at the Bowers Agency or visit them on Facebook or at BowersAgencyJacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I think it's been up and down. I think it's been camp. It's been competitive, and it's really, I think we've done some great things. We've ran the ball pretty well. I'd say overall, we've taken some big strides there. And I think the passing game, we've had some good explosives. Still can find more. A few too many mistakes, I think, just from me, decisions and some throws I went back. But it's camp, and our defense, honestly, has given us some really good looks. They've added some stuff since last year that they're playing coverage a little bit differently, and then they're showing some things, and then they're bluffing out. And so they're challenging us, which is really, really good for us. So obviously there's plays I want back, but I do know that we're getting better every day. So I've been happy with the progression, but we got to continue to work.
That's a little self-evaluation from Trevor Lawrence yesterday after the 9th or 10th workout. I mean, that 45-minute job on Saturday hardly feels like a training camp session, but not much work this week until they go on the road at the end of the week to New Orleans for joint practices and the preseason opener. Trevor did have an arm sleeve on yesterday. He was asked about that.
What did I say last year? No, I just get a little sore at the beginning of camp, trying to get used to the volume. Obviously throwing in the off season, I prepare for camp, but it's always a little bit more because there's just less off days and more volume, especially the first couple weeks. So just a little soreness, but nothing, not keep me out of anything. Feel good. Feel like, every day throwing it better and better. So, just a little soreness.
Fire up the band, RJ. We got a football fix. RJ in studio for us because ET's out there with the prize patrol. So look out for him for ticket giveaways this morning all over town as the Jags and 1010XL step in combo to get you into the stadium for this year's Jaguars football season. So, again, be on the lookout. He calls us at 7. I don't know what kind of clues y'all are supposed to use. What do we got, RJ? ET and his siren song?
I don't know.
All right, well,
I think everybody will understand when they see ET something's got to be going on.
You can't miss the guy. That's for sure. All right, let me give you some news and notes from around the football league. This is how training camp and the preseason works. Rookie fourth-rounder comes in, top 2 quarterbacks sit. He lights it up, and now all of the outlets are talking about Carson Beck starting as a rookie for the Cardinals, which is fine. But, I mean, I got 2 columns on this is CBS Sports homepage for the NFL, a longer column where Carson Beck stands with Cardinals after impressive NFL debut, and then opinion column why rookie quarterback Carson Beck should start for the Cardinals in 2026. Ooh, this is a bad injury for Washington. Laramie Tunsil couldn't miss most of this year. He tore his triceps in workouts there. Teddy Bridgewater's retired again. Oh, that's nice. What is that retirement? Like number 6 for him? He's had a few. We talked about Adam Vinatieri and, him auditioning for the next Brady roast at his Hall of Fame induction speech. And that's a sad case of Roger Craig. And we just get more and more just evidence, examples of just how dangerous all these hits to the head can be. And we had a lot of what it was CJ2K with ALS, and we had another guy right after that has Parkinson's. I can't even remember who that was, so shame on me. There's just too many of them. And now Roger Craig, who went into the Hall finally, he has dementia. He had to do he did his induction speech on video, and even then it was a struggle at times. Man, I tell you what, for those cynical ones, and I think my cohort here was among that crowd especially, this Kyle Shanahan thing just gets odder and odder and odder, and the story keeps changing. And so now Shanahan says the car was on autopilot at the time of his accident, and that he was reaching to the back seat for his phone. The same phone that last week he was reaching between the seats to grab. So maybe that's just semantics here a little bit, but maybe he knocked it out of autopilot mode. I would assume. It would be very devastating for the autopilot industry if you just veer into head-on traffic. Just saying. So even the Niners media itself is starting to admit, what are we doing? That's a Football Fix. You are welcome. It's brought to you by Mandy at the Bowers Agency. Oh, Mandy Bowers, friend of the program and the station for so many years, and she's your friend too. And that's what you need when you need assurance, not just insurance. And I can promise you that with Mandy and her dream team at the Bowers Agency and the home course, the Jointy Creek Golf Club. Best value in golf. Tee it high and let it fly. And I'll see you on the home course. Hick and Arrival and more come your way next on a Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, serving one of the fastest growing cities in America.
It don't get no better than this.
I guess it's no longer a best kept secret. 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Matt Lennon with AB Signs. If you own a business, your best salesperson never calls in sick, never takes a day off, and works 24 hours a day, it's your sign. From vehicle graphics and fleet branding to storefront signage, banners, and decals, AB Signs helps your business attract attention and build credibility. If you're ready for your business to look more professional and generate more visibility, call Matt at AB Signs. We'll make your business impossible to ignore.
25 weeks comes down to this.
You ready?
3 wide under the lights. 0 margin for error. Everything on the line. Flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Get all the football you can handle. Wow. High school, college, NFL.
First Coast Football Friday.
With Hayes Carline, Ryan O'Halloran, and Rick Ballou. Installed by Cash Building Material and the law offices of Jason K.S. Porter.
This summer, Hard Rock Bet has the hottest baseball betting odds in Florida. Vig, juice, fee, whatever you call it, we're cutting it. It's the 10-cent summer sale. That's flat 10-cent lines for winner, spread, and over-under pregame bets. Same bets, better odds. This August, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Valid for moneyline, spread and over, under pregame markets with odds between -250 and +250 only. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Tommy Mack here for Duval Glass and Mirror. You don't have to remodel your entire home to make it big
impression? Sometimes all it takes is a beautiful frameless shower, a custom-cut mirror, or just replacing that fogged, cracked, or outdated glass that's been bothering you for years. Jacksonville homeowners trust Duval Glass and Mirror for expert craftsmanship, honest service, and flawless results. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote today. There's only one name for glass and mirror. It's Duval.
I'm Alan Tyre with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners Bill Pappas and Kim Rimley want to thank all of our clients, CPAs, attorneys, bankers, and real estate agents who refer us business every day. If you're ready to purchase, build, or refinance your home, call Trustline Mortgage, your hometown mortgage source since 1989. Call us today at 904-381-LOAN, TrustlineMortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Trustline Mortgage, NMLS 331480. Alan Tyre, NMLS 246490. Bill Pappas, NMLS 218443. Ken Remley, NMLS 246445.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
Call a timeout for the new Smoke and Honey Melts at Firehouse Subs. Choose flame-seared shaved steak or grilled chicken breast, peppers, caramelized onions, melted provolone, chipotle honey dressing, and mayo. All on a toasted sub roll, only at Firehouse Subs.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Keep your ride shining all summer at Gate Express Car Wash. Buy one premium graphene wash and score a second for only $10. Don't wait. The sizzling summer sale ends August 21st. Visit Gate Express Car Wash today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Former Jag and NFL analyst Bucky Brooks talked the benefit of getting in pads.
This guy will make this tackle. This guy will make this block. Well, now that we're in pads and we're going live, you can see that.
Freshman quarterback Tramel Jones Jr. spoke with the media about his progress this summer with the Gators.
I mean, just being consistent, taking care of the football.
At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently 78 degrees at 7:02. Time and Temp brought to you by Beulah Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Beulah.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! You know it! Yes, sir! Woo! Okay, so the moon day is around here, baby. Let's go! Yeah! Good to be here on a Monday. Chock full of sports this weekend. Chock full of things to do. Hopefully you had a good one. I did. So great weekend, good stuff, good times, and good to be back. Good to be back exchanging sports concepts and rationalizations with you. The Jags get an R&R day. So they are off. I was thinking about this with the Jaguars and the National Football League, and we're all guilty. Look, you go to camp and you tend to focus on a lot of the positives and good team, yeah, and this, and you say, oh, this is and this and this, and then I think about it, and I said this before. You got 32 camps. 32 medias, 32 fan bases. They get excited, man. They get, you know, this is good. Watch for this. Oh, this kid, look at that catch this guy made. Boy, if he could come through, wow, what could we do? And you work your way to, you know, through the preseason, and the preseason games will be even less. Like there's a game Saturday, but, you know, nobody's going to play. You know, they'll have a joint practice on Thursday, so they'll get some work in there, and then he'll sit everybody out Saturday. They'll all be out in the Big Easy.
Which they should. Well, I mean, they should be sitting out.
And then
I don't know if they'll be out in the Big Easy, but
oh yeah. And then they'll get through the preseason,
They might play a half of one of the games, whatever. You'll see enough good things, stay positive, and then all of a sudden, the first weekend, NFL opening weekend, 32 positives will become 16, and 16 will become hugely negative because half those teams are going to lose. Half these teams that sit here and tell you, and the fan bases and the media boys and everybody who's experts are going to tell you how great they are, and they're going to go out and they're going to lose.
Well, and it actually...
And then you're going to be like, the sky is falling.
Well, and there's going to be some who actually are good teams who are going to lose to teams that, yeah, that's great. You did it for a week, but you really aren't going to be there at the end, right? I mean, every year somebody beats somebody in week one.
Quirky opening weekend. But, yeah, so that'll dash about half the teams, and then it just goes from there, and eventually now you hope to get off to a good start, but you also have to keep in mind, as Jeff alluded to, it's a long season, a marathon, not a sprint. And, so we'll see how it all plays out as we go through it. We feel like Jags are a good football team. We feel like they have a real good shot at the playoffs, and I think they feel that way as well. But, as Tony has said, adversity comes. It will come. In some shape or fashion, adversity hits. How you handle that is going to be a big deal with this football team. It kind of leads into the Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars for this purpose, but also the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, Tampa Bay Rays. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Check out all the great homes, townhomes that they build, custom homes. They have great interest rate packages. They have a fixed 4.99% on select move-in ready homes. First-time homeowners, they'll work with you. 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question. After watching, reading Jags reports at training camp, I'm now convinced, Super Bowl bound, playoffs at a minimum, remain very concerned, feel better than when it started. Super Bowl bound, playoffs at minimum, remain very concerned, feel better than when it started.
Yeah, I think this is going to be another one with a big favorite. It's playoffs. I feel super confident they're a playoff team or whatever that exact phraseology was there. I'm going to go playoffs. Certain they're a playoff team.
At minimum, 58.7%. Remain very concerned. Second, 15.5.
How? About what?
The Parker Washington extension?
That's not the question. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just pondering the audience. Like
13.5 Super Bowl bound. Feel better than when it started. 12.3.
Yeah, that's shocking.
A couple hours left if you would like to vote.
The reason that's shocking is the word "very."
Mm-hmm.
I mean if you say you're very concerned about something, that's not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running 5 minutes late. My car broke down.
Maybe they are concerned. Those who are answering about being concerned is because maybe we've seen it in recent memory. You have one good year and then the drop off the next.
Yeah,
maybe. Don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's a bigger picture concern. But if you're going to give me like concerns why this team won't be a playoff team,
Or the Parker Washington extension not being
that
done
doesn't
yet?
matter for this year. We are lucky that I was thinking this, Hick. We're lucky that Parker Washington's personality is what it is. This could go different. If it is just one more year, you're going to get the best of Parker Washington, it feels like. Not some distracted diva who wants this, that, or the other and is holding in or giving you half. And he may still be a part of the long-range plans, but I don't – it feels like it won't be the distraction that it could be in other places.
Well, that's good. Nor should it be.
It feels that way.
I mean, let's not lose – look, it's great that Parker Washington's having a good camp. It's great that Parker Washington wants a new deal. Love to have Parker Washington. He caught 58 balls last year. I mean, that's the reality for 800 yards, okay? And he had a great second half, and let's see if he can keep surging. But the truth of the matter is, if he wants to get a big old contract, he's going to have to go catch 90 balls, and that's going to be hard to do on this team. There's a lot of concern. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's some concern in Great Western New York over the stadium.
What are the concerns? He's talking about the Bills' new stadium.
Well, they had a open scrimmage practice.
Okay.
And they kind of showed it off for the first time, so the fans all came in excited to see their
like
stadium.
we will be in 2 years.
And this is the warning, Will Robinson. Number one, video boards are small. I can't see those.
It would seem like that would not be.
What do we got, a Vizio over there?
That would not be the direction to go in today's day and age of technology. It would seem the big boards would become kind of standard.
Traffic was not great
What's that have to do with the stadium? Isn't it the same place?
I don't know.
Yeah, traffic. You don't get to count that one.
They kind of told us it was going to cover a lot and cover the fans, and it doesn't really do that.
We're getting that assertion here too. To be curious to see what their
doesn't
idea.
Really cover us. I'm down here. I'm going to get snowed and rained and heated on here.
Oh no,
What's the
heated
deal?
on. I hate to get heated on.
Got some. And again, all this stuff you'd think they'd study, but then now they're down there, they say, "Oh, the wind down here is more prevalent than we thought." Well,
is it the same place as the old one?
I don't know what direction. Who knows? Is it open? How?
Okay. Yeah. Well,
but most important,
let me ask you a question real quick. Is the stadium on Lake Erie or very close to it, or no? I know Cleveland's was. Yeah, it's not, right?
No.
Okay.
But most importantly, I bought a PSL. I paid all this money, and I'm sitting in my seat. You told me that wasn't going to obstruct me when I looked at it. What the hell is this?
There's something in front of them? Yeah. How do you have an obstructed seat in a new stadium? These are fair questions.
Now, in fairness to the Bills, a couple of the shots of the obstructed views, those seats are not for sale. So.
Well, didn't he say he brought a PSL for it?
One of them.
Okay.
But not all. There's a bunch of video, bunch of shots on social media of the seats. So, couple things, Jags. Make sure that roof goes out, covers the fans like it does in Miami. That's number one. Make sure there's no obstruction if you pay for a seat.
Well, let me ask you
that's a big one.
Let me ask you a Jaguars question.
Yes, sir.
When you invite playoff Lenny back, does it come with the asterisk and conversation with your team? You're not allowed to hang out with him after practice, or do you just invite playoff Lenny back, who was down at the facility yesterday, decked out in his Jags gear, back where he started his NFL career? I think Leonard admits that he wasn't the most mature, when he came here. He had probably has the best results in Tampa, playing with Brady and winning a Super Bowl and having a really great postseason there. But I mean, I always remember that rookie year that Leonard had was very, very important to that big season we had in 2017, but his immaturity and his personality kind of play into why that 2017 didn't continue to grow.
Yeah.
And but invited back yesterday, and Liam Cohen had Leonard in Tampa.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's familiar with him.
I've always wondered how Jaguars fans receive Leonard Fournette.
He's fine. I don't think he's disliked.
I don't think he's disliked.
No.
I don't think he's loved.
No, he just is what it is.
I just remember him coming in, I guess, after the first preseason game. He said, man, this is too easy. I thought the NFL would be harder than this.
I don't remember him saying that, but he was a character. He said a lot. He was Leonard was immature.
It was a disappointment.
He was immature.
Yeah. It was a disappointment.
Especially being drafted as high as he was.
Yeah, he's like the 4th overall pick or 3rd overall pick, and he needed to be better. And he
didn't help that
wasn't real professional when he was here, and he was young, and that's he had to grow, and he's admitted it. So
it didn't help that Patrick Mahomes went 5 picks later.
Well, yeah, that certainly didn't help.
Of course,
any
they
of
had
the 10 teams that didn't take Patrick Mahomes, but yeah, for sure.
But if you're looking at something more relevant, and I'd have to look at the draft, there were a lot of different directions they could have gone with that Leonard Fournette pick, and it worked. But he played a role in 17, but that team had no staying power because they're just crazy men. There's a lot of craziness going on, man. The stories on the streets with that crew and that dude, they're out there.
It was a crazy group.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Crazy group.
All right,
Leonard in that AFC Championship game, too, man. That second half, man, we just kept handing it to him. 1st and 10, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 9, 3rd and 11. Incomplete pass, punt.
And, to your point, they did go conservative, but it'd be nice if we had Saquon or somebody who's actually going to bust one of those that should be nothing, and that would have put it away as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's that.
Yeah.
We got our own crazy bundle of excitement out on the streets today. We've unleashed E.T. on the streets, I'm told.
E.T.'s on the streets?
Yeah, he's doing the Blitz the Bank promotion. We'll be giving away 100 tickets the next couple of games to the Carolina preseason game, then another 100 to the Bucks game on 8/28. So E.T. right now is in the 1010XL van. He's headed to a secret location, so he'll be calling us and letting us know where he is, give you some clues.
Okay.
Go find him, and you'll find some free tickets for these.
So you got to go find ET.
I think that's how it works, yeah.
And then he'll hand you
Sure.
tickets.
Or he'll
to the preseason game.
I think he'll pass out envelopes with Taylor Doll's contact info, and then they'll contact her and they'll get their tickets.
Oh,
so.
however it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, good. That'll be fun. And so he's checking in the next segment.
Well, we should probably, we'll probably hear from him next segment. Get a lowdown on the first spot. I remember last year he ends up like pushing it past one place and then trying to scurry over to the next. So we shall see.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets distracted. He's a man of the people out there.
Oh yeah,
he likes the whole court. He'll sit there in the van and for 2 hours and just
He may not make the second location.
Well,
or
there's
some handing out tickets. Is he by himself?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He don't need no wingman.
He doesn't have an intern or anything. With him?
Well, that's on him if he doesn't.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, autographs, taking pictures,
kissing babies.
Yeah.
Posting on social. There's a lot going on out there this
All
week.
right, well, let's grab a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Sometimes you make bad decisions.
Thompson, what's the charge? Disturbing the peace.
And sometimes you make good decisions.
It says here we should work in teams. Who wants to be my spotter?
1010XL. When you want to make a good decision.
At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, care starts with listening, one-on-one consultations, clear answers, and a plan built around you. Our orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine physicians, and rehabilitation specialists work together to treat injuries, manage chronic pain, and restore strength and mobility. From your first check-in to your personalized treatment plan, everything is designed to help you move forward with confidence. Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, expert care, improving lives.
Peggy Hickett here. The secret to a great lawn isn't what you see on top. It's what's happening underneath. Oh, you know who understands that? The fellas at topdressing.com. Man, they focus on the soil with core aeration and a special organic top dressing blend. I call it the secret sauce, baby. It improves drainage, reduces compaction, and feeds roots deep down. And the results, what you see on top, are astounding. Thicker, greener grass that stays healthy season after season. Yo, visit the Hicken Lawn right now. It is beautiful. Solve the problem like I did. Call 888-850-1850. Get that free estimate, 888-850-1850. You can always visit simply topdressing.com. That's topdressing.com.
I've worked with a lot of advertisers over the years, and you learn pretty quickly which ones are selling something and which ones actually care what happens after the sale. I'm Greg Gajewski, and when Awaken 180 first came to 1010XL, it started with Mike Dempsey, then Matt Hayes. From that first call, they wanted to understand our audience, not just buy a schedule. I talked with Paige, learned how the program worked, and at one point said, we got a guy, hacker, that could really use this. And her answer was immediate, let's help him. That's their entire mission. That's always been their answer. No revolving door, no corporate runaround. Paige never franchised Awaken 180 because she wants every coach, client, and endorser to feel supported. I saw that as a business partner, and then I experienced it myself. I went on the program and lost 50 pounds. That's why I endorse Awaken 180, not just because they're a 1010XL client, but because they care about people, and you feel it every day. Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken180weightloss.com.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Mike Dempsey, if you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Yes! We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we often hand out a prize pack. E says it's razzle dazzle. RJ, I don't know what you call it, but do you have something to give away today?
We do have something to give away.
Have?
A pair of voucher tickets for the Jumbo Shrimp to be used at any game this season. The Shrimp are home against Syracuse all week for their 6-game series. At the end of the 10-minute drill, give us a call. We'll hook you up. But if you call now, I'm not picking up the phone.
No.
Because that's not when we're giving it away.
No. Also, don't call for Jaguar tickets either, but ladies and gentlemen, Jaguars will be at the bank next Friday night against the Carolina Panthers, and he's out and about.
Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Let's see if we can cross them up. E, where are you?
Yo, what's happening, Danny boy? Jeffrey, what's good? RJ, appreciate you for holding me down. Man, you know your boy just out and about right now. I got some tickets to give away. I made sure I got out early because school starts today.
Yeah, be
so
careful.
I didn't want to get stuck in that traffic.
Okay.
But if you're listening to this highly rated program and you're stuck in traffic and you look at some of these billboards, you may see a Jaguars ad promoting, go get your tickets. The Jags are playing in Jacksonville this year. We got 6 home games. However, your boy got a pair of tickets to the next home game. That's next Friday. The Jags take on the Panthers, and I got some tickets for you. Daniel, Jeffrey, let's just say after I give away these tickets, I'm going to go see Spider-Man.
After you give away these tickets, you're going to go see Spider-Man.
Is that a clue? Is that a clue to where you are now, or where you're going to be next?
Where he's
now.
No,
that's the clue where I'm at right now. I'm going to go see Spider-Man as soon as I give away these tickets.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say he's somewhere near some theater somewhere.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Talk to him, Jeff. Talk to him.
All right. Well,
there's a lot of theaters. I need more. I need
can
more
you narrow them
information.
down just a little bit? I hate to see the guy drive to the Orange Park Metroplex, and you're at the beaches. I mean, I'm going to get a little bit more.
What am I at the Keystone Heights Main Street Theater? I mean,
you want to give him a little bit more? Okay, I can give him a little bit more. I could jog to the town center.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
That's enough. You guys can figure it out from there.
All right.
ET is. Are you in what are you in? Like the 1010XL van? What are you? People, how are they going to find you?
Oh, I got Yoda.
Oh, he's got Yoda with him.
He's got Yoda.
Okay. Yeah. That's
drag Yoda.
Bus.
All right. Good.
We got a picture in the XL bus.
All right. Well, they got
I
that.
think they already start. They're starting to pull up on your boy right now.
All right. Well, they're blitzing the bank, and he's got him.
You got any sweet stinky with you?
Hey, now, easy.
Oh man.
Easy.
Man.
No. All right.
Come on, man.
Just checking.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. Somebody found him.
Yeah,
How many tickets do you have? Do you have a bunch of tickets?
Yeah.
I got enough. We're just going to say I got enough.
Well, and I will tell people, and then we'll let you get down to business because people are going to come up and ask for those tickets. He'll be in the 7 o'clock hour. Sounds like, I don't want to say anything. Sounds like it's the Tinseltown Theater to me. But anyway, he'll be there.
Oh, I thought it was the Regal.
Yeah, and then and then at 8 o'clock we'll find out where he is, and then it's back in the afternoon in the 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock hours. So,
Wonderful.
and then we're doing it again tomorrow and again on Wednesday.
Wow.
So
That's
you're gonna
right.
have
That's right.
plenty of opportunities, and he's loaded up with tickets at each of those stops. So,
All right, boy.
all right, my man.
All right, there you go.
Have fun.
All right, give them away.
I like that last tournament before they go down to 70. I like following who's on the cusp of qualifying for the FedEx Cup playoffs and who's going to have to call it a year and go banging around on the Corn Ferry Tour Championships or whatever. But there's always those couple of guys, and man, I'm giving up for Jackson Koivon. He was on the outside looking in. He did just enough this weekend to qualify through just 6 events. The only guy who's done it quicker, some dude named Tiger, who in 5 events guaranteed his spot into the FedEx Cup playoffs. So to come in the middle of June. And 6 events later, be in the top 70 of the FedEx Cup standings, yeah, that's a little more than just winning as a rookie. So, congrats to him. I mean, Michael Brennan, who's played terrific these last few weeks, especially, he won yesterday and he won going away, so he makes it. And by the way, Hostler, who seemed to lead all weekend, needed to win to get into the playoffs, so he finished just outside. But the funniest was Matt Wallace, poor dude. He makes a birdie on 18 and he fist pumps and he hugs his caddy like he just won the Masters. And then it all ends and he's 73rd and he's out. So
What?
Yeah, there's that.
Oh no.
I had a couple of other golf stories we'll circle back to later. They're both unsavory. One involves, a guy who tried to be the Pied Piper of every man, Michael Block, and his behavior in Europe this weekend was despicable. And then you think you know how to cheat at golf. Holy hockey sticks. You see the story from this member?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's an incredible one. So we'll circle back to that a little bit later as well.
I like that. I appreciate a good cheater in golf.
This one is well, let's just say it. Here's what happens.
You appreciate cheating in golf?
I will say that. So I don't understand. You were so anti Bryson DeChambeau after the British Open.
That's
what's going
professional
on here?
level. This is just guy trying to win
This
some
is
cash
unbelievable.
money.
I will say this. I don't know if it's like evil genius, I guess. So dude's playing in the member. He tells his group before he starts, listen, my grandmother is like super sick. She's in the hospital. I may not be able to play the whole round, but I'm going to play till I do.
on grandma.
Lied on grandma.
Well, okay.
That's how it starts.
Now, he's also first group out, which is important to this story. If his match, again, in a member, that's a 2v2. If he's not the first...
This is premeditated cheating.
This is
first
terrible,
degree
dude.
cheating.
So if this guy... he's the first match out, or this cheating scam wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So fast forward, they're on, and I'm just going to make up the whole. I don't know what it is. They're on the
number
fifth.
4.
Okay, they're
on 3. Number 4 is a par 3.
So he's on the 3rd hole, and he takes this phone call. Hey guys, I'm really got to take this phone call. I'm going to run up to the next hole and wait
hit
on
my tee shot.
Yeah,
no, I'm going to run up the next hole, hit my tee shot, so we don't slow things down.
So he goes up to the par 3. I guess they can't see the tee box from where they are, so he goes to the par 3 and he waits on him. And when he gets there, they say, hey, where's the ball? Where's he goes, did you hit it? I hit it good. I mean, it looked like it's going. I don't see a ball up there. And then they go up to the green, and there's a ball mark close to the pin, and lo and behold, it's in. Oh my God, we got a hole in one. He won. It was a hole in one hole. He won like $8,000 or something.
Cash money.
So he had a bunch of stuff, involved there. Well, it all goes. They pay. Everything's cool. And then about 3 days later, one was like, there's something sketchy about this hole in one. No one actually saw it. And it turns out they had security camera from the cart barn, and it catches the dude going out in the darkness of dawn, making a ball mark on the green, a divot on the green, and then and putting a ball in the hole. Knowing that I got to just rush up, say I'm the first one, and then when we all go up, the ball is going to be in the hole. So he had gone out before the tournament, gone to the first par 3, put a ball in the hole, knowing all along he was going to say on the previous hole that, I got to go ahead and hit because my grandmother's dying.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Is that a page out of your book, Darren?
That's ingenious.
Well, needless to say.
So is he banned from the...
Yes, of course he is. They caught him. He returned all the money, and he got kicked out of the club.
He deserves the $8,000.
He got kicked out of the club.
Just for the effort.
Yeah, I mean... what always impresses me about scammers and crooks and cheaters is
That's a lot of thinking.
If you put that kind of energy, here's the deal: if you put that kind of energy and effort to doing things legit, you'd be very successful. But yeah, no, we're gonna go to all that. My man went out in the morning and put the ball in the hole.
Shout out.
We got weights and fish. Yes, we do. This is worse than weights and fish. This is about the worst cheating that you're gonna hear.
Well,
I mean,
weights and fish isn't great.
Well, there's no part of it that's legit. A lot of times cheating, part of it's legit.
Yeah.
You actually hit a ball somewhere or you did something. I mean, this is just premeditated, abject.
Smart enough to put in like a divot on the green and then put the ball in the hole.
To take all that
when they got up to the
time.
tee box, he's like, I don't know. You see that divot? That's what I hit. I hit it
Yeah, I mean,
there.
how you gonna see
I don't
it?
know where the ball went.
Yeah, this is what a phony this dude is.
Yeah.
Anywho, there's that.
That's a tough one to like.
You never lived that down. That just tells a lot about your character, dude.
I mean, that's a tough one to like sell to the guys that you're playing with. Like, in other words, how do you?
You can't.
I mean,
You're done. You're black sheep forever.
I could pull it off to the point when they start screaming and they go, "Come on, guys! You really think I got a hole in one? I was just kidding. I threw the ball in there when and fess up. Let's go." And also maybe like why wouldn't they say on the tee box? Well, if we don't see her, but why don't you hit a provisional here just in case? Or why did he say that?
Here's why. I guess it'd be like if me, you, E, and Doc Murphy went to play golf, and I told y'all I got this business. I'm going to go ahead to the next hole. And I don't know. I hit it. I think it's up there somewhere. And then we went up there, and it's in the hole. It's just beyond devious.
Well, you think they're all friends?
It's a member. Absolutely.
They all know each other?
Yeah, they're in the same country club.
So he pulled it off off his buddies.
Oh, yeah, the guys you play with.
Wow.
This would be like if you went out to.
Well, couldn't you get paired with guys that you don't really know in a member?
No. If you're playing member golf, you know everyone.
You know everybody?
Field.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you may not be close to some of them, but your partner in particular is going to be.
Oof.
Yeah.
So would your friendship change at all?
You're banished. That's it. You got to leave town, bro.
Yeah, your friendship would change with that person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dan, that probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
We
We're
can't play here
We're
anymore.
going to have to go other direction. You're not allowed to play here anymore, and no one wants to talk to you. And give us back the $8,000.
Can I get my initiation fee back?
No. We're going to keep that. In fact, here's an assessment on your way out the door. RJ, you got some swag for him?
Absolutely got some swag for him. A pair of voucher tickets for the Jumbo Shrimp to be used at any game this season. The Shrimp are home against Syracuse all week for a 6-game series.
And if you're driving by, 641-1010, come kind, come courteous, come correct right now, and RJ will hand you those ticks. Also, speaking of ticks, if you are around the town center, some theater over there, go find E. He's got some tickets, but I don't know how long he'll have those tickets. It's all coming up, much more next here on The Drill.
Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care. Official dental partner of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Beard's Diamonds is where Jacksonville shops for engagement rings and fine diamond jewelry. And now luxury pre-owned Rolex watches as well. Hicken here, Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Man, do they stand out in a big way. First off, they're local. The Lupos have been doing this for 40-plus years. The owners are part of our community. Money spent at Beard's doesn't go to Wall Street. It stays right here. They take care of us. You don't compromise on anything at Beard's. The best selection of diamonds in Northeast Florida. Beard's doesn't have to jack up prices to meet a corporate bottom line. Beard's doesn't have commissioned salespeople. Beard's has all the top names in bridal jewelry like the Corey Viraggio and dozens more. And Beard's guarantees to give you a better price, a better value, period. Why go anywhere else? Listen, a lot of those chain jewelry stores, all owned by the same mega conglomerate. Different names, all the same owner. Beard's locally owned alternative, beholden to the people of Jacksonville, not Wall Street. For diamonds, bands, rings, and yes, even luxury pre-owned Rolex, shop local, shop Beard's.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bortles. People know I've always said if I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be on a construction site. So Next Gen Roofing finally let me live the dream.
Blake, why are you wearing a red practice jersey?
Always worn it for safety.
Right. Well, around here, the red jersey means you're the new guy, so you're in charge of garbage cleanup.
Perfect. I love garbage time. Always excelled in it.
It's not exactly what I meant.
Good thing Next Gen Roofing has real pros handling everything from family homes to large commercial buildings. Next Gen, teamed up with you.
Teamed up with you. Prosser here. You want to know 3 words you can live by? Job well done. Want to know 3 more? Custom tree surgeons. Those 2 go hand in hand. When summer storms come crashing through or hurricane winds start to blow, Custom Tree Surgeons is always on standby, doing it better than everyone else. No job too big or too small, and always job well done. With Custom Tree Surgeons, call Custom Tree Surgeons or visit them at customtreesurgeons.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey roofers, finish and close out jobs same day with PermitRockstar.com. Their full-service permitting platform helps contractors cut permitting delays by up to 80%. Stop waiting and start building with PermitRockstar.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to the program. Do NFL super teams actually win? If there's a super team this year, and there haven't been many NFL super teams, it's hard to NBA. You see,
It's the Patriots are the only one.
Yeah. Well, the Rams this year would be thought of as a.
Well,
super
I guess to me, the super teams in basketball, they win multiples. So I guess if the Rams win this year, they're tiptoeing into that territory. But
well, Barnwell went back and looked over the last 20, 30 years and he looked at odds, the gap to the rest of the NFL, and how they did. In other words, like I'll give you an example. In 2017, the New England Patriots implied odds were 19.8, which was 11.5% ahead of everyone else. Okay. They lost the Super Bowl that year to the Eagles. But that was a typical team. The 07 Patriots, again, 10.5% gap to the rest of the NFL. Okay. They lost that Super Bowl to the Giants.
So the super teams lost and just the meat and potato teams won? Is that what we're gleaning from that?
Yes. In 1996, the Niners lost in the divisional round to the Packers. Now, again, so much injuries, obviously. The 02 Rams.
That had super team potential, but they only won the one.
Yeah. The Patriots had upset them the previous year. The Rams were the easy favorite. St. Louis had Kurt Warner back, all the playmakers. They missed the playoffs.
Warner must have got hurt that year. That was probably the year he got hurt.
He played 7 games.
And that was kind of it for the Rams, really.
Mm-hmm. The 09 Patriots, they lost in the wild card round to the Ravens. The 97 Packers lost in the Super Bowl to the Broncos. The 99ers lost in the NFC Championship game to the Giants.
I think what we're learning here, it's hard to follow up. Almost all those teams won one.
Mm-hmm.
They just weren't able to win the second one or a third. That's why, to me, NFL's different from NBA. NBA, you can put them together and you can win 4 in a row or 4 out of 5 years. That's harder in the NFL with keeping the same guys in as the Patriots. It's different actors.
Well, if you're a Rams fan, this could be a little worrying. Every single team projected to be more dominant versus the rest of the competition than the 26 Rams failed to win the Super Bowl. Some made it to the title game and came close to winning, but 0 for 8.
I'm not near as big. I think they're really good. I'm not saying I wouldn't pick them to win the NFC. I'm not positive I will, but I don't buy any.
You have inarguably, by the awards, the best player in the league on offense and the best player in the league on defense, with Aaron Donald sort of waiting in the wings and receivers galore, tight ends galore, good running back. I mean, it
still doesn't feel. Well, first of all, with all that being said, I missed them in the Super Bowl last year.
Well, sure.
And really, the only thing different is.
But again, if this year's team did what last year's team did, they'd be scratching their heads because basically,
they're big favorites this year.
Yeah, well, no, but last year. The only team they couldn't get was Seattle.
Well, and especially that regular season game, which they had won, and they would have given them a home game.
Correct. I think everybody, although their home games aren't much to speak of, but I think everybody feels like whoever won that NFC Championship game was going to win the Super Bowl.
I guess what happens is if you're. By the way, if we're thinking about silly me, the Chiefs also qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Super team for sure. I mean, they just won 3 in 5 years or whatever. But to me, if you're a super team, if you're thinking about a super team, this question gets asked at some point of the preseason. Would you take the Patriots or the field? Would you take the Chiefs or the field?
Right.
I don't feel that way about the Rams. They don't feel like Rams versus the field level different to me.
Of the 15 most significant favorites, 2 lived up to expectation and took home the Lombardi. So it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Is the point of the article.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair. And the 26 Rams there's 8 teams ahead of them of those 15
that were more dominant.
9th. Yeah.
So and again, basketball, you get together. First of all, if you have the best player in the league, LeBron or Jordan, and then you have a decent team around them, you can and you can keep them together,
right?
And you can dominate. There's only 5. There's a lot less in motion in a basketball game.
Where was is the first NBA super team the Heat, the Heatles? Was that the first one that was put together that they conspired to do it?
Well, I don't know if conspired is the right. I mean,
you had Houston in the 90s, Barkley, Scottie, Hakeem.
I would argue that Jordan's team was a super team. They
added, well, I guess
they always added. It was different guys. Rodman, Ron Harper, Ron Artest, Tony Kukoc.
Yeah,
they did. They added a lot. I mean, it was always Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah, but I'm going to assume the Lakers in 04.
Yeah,
when you get Malone and Gary.
Yeah, kind of older.
You tried to.
Yeah, Shaq. I mean, Shaq, I guess, in Miami.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair that the actual contrived nature of the super team where where it was almost bragged about. It feels like was.
Where you're talking about like guys just at the top of their like multiple superstar guys
on different teams
who
and
are
they
like
decide
top
to meet
5
up in one spot.
Right.
I mean, maybe those conversations have happened in private, but those guys wore it. I mean, we knew going.
All right, well, you can take it back this far too, and this is a fair point. But I agree with you. I think it was. I just felt like the Heatles were like, "Hey, man,
yeah,
what are you going to do?"
I think they said that. Well, to that point,
yeah.
So Dwayne Wade says the story goes they see Kobe celebrating in 2010.
Yeah,
he calls LeBron like, "Okay, dude, what are we going to do?"
Right.
And supposedly there was a conversation during the All-Star game that's very same year where they're like. No, what would it look like if we, teamed up together? Carmelo Anthony's now come out with stuff saying that me and LeBron were supposed to go to Chicago that year, but I wasn't. So, yeah.
But the historical origin, they say, and this is interesting, 68 Lakers, they traded for Wilt Chamberlain, and the Lakers created the first modern baseline of stacking 3 top-tier superstars
So that would
together.
be one.
But they only won 1.
Yeah, I know, but this is where it started.
2.
And then the 72 Knicks, we traded for Earl the Pearl.
Right.
Which we had
Where was
Willis
he
and Wall.
before?
He was with Baltimore Bullets.
Oh, yeah.
So we traded for Earl Monroe. And then the 75 Lakers traded for Kareem.
Yep.
So those were now the 08 Celtics brought Garnett and Ray Allen to join Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that I think that suits the the format. I think.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a way if you want to look at it that way. But in football, that's
But
hard,
in
harder
NBA,
to
it's
do.
easier
to get back
and more.
to football, it's harder to do.
NBA, it's easier and more evident.
Yes.
Like I can't think of a single example. And look, the Rams put the Rams together, not the players.
Yeah.
Like when you like the super team, like the connotation, it feels like there's backroom dealing and agreements. Hey, let's go do this together.
Mhm.
Whereas I don't think Myles Garrett got with Matthew Stafford. Like, hey, I'm going to come out. You know,
Right.
I think that was just the Rams saying, okay, we'll take him.
Yeah.
So
how do we get them? Yeah.
And by the way, all this being said, I'm not being. The Rams are a really good team. I'm not downing on the Rams. I'm just,
No, but I think
they're not. They don't seem invincible to me.
No, but they'll be the overwhelming pick to get to the Super Bowl. When
Well,
you
that's
pick
why
the
you don't
NFC
play 'em, I
teams,
guess. Yeah.
everybody, many experts will take the LA Rams.
Bulls got Horace Grant. That's another one. I mean, all
You're right.
teams are adding to great teams already to stay great.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just it's like I said, it's harder to do in football. But man, oh man, the Rams have compiled. Like, don't forget, they got all pro corner they added this offseason. I mean, they're stacked.
No, like Prosser said, and I mean the opening segment of the show where he talked about how the Jags have a very good football team. That doesn't automatically equal success, but
No.
Maybe the Rams here, maybe they flame out. Don't know. Maybe,
That's right.
Maybe it doesn't work.
All right, we're going to go to break. ET, by the way, will be wrapping up business here. We got people on the text line saying they've already hit the ticket ticket booty with him, so he'll be moving to his next stop, and we'll make you aware of that. But as we go to break, yeah, the twerp of the twerp of the day is the twerp of the weekend, and he's my twerp of the year.
Oh.
There's not a twerpier man.
Oh, dear.
There's not a less of a man.
Oh, no.
Twerp. He's a man twerp.
twerp?
Yeah, the man twerp is umpire Dan Merzel, who's just a rotten
Here we
piece of
go.
garbage.
Umpire.
And
What'd he do?
he should be fired. He should
Okay.
be fired. Let go. You don't dictate to Chris Sale, you twerp. He's been pitching 13 years. He's never had a ball called on him for the reason that Twerp Boy did. And then after Twerp Boy, after the man twerp struck on Saturday, came back Sunday, and Sale, a man's man with a beard and a resume,
Man's man.
dared say something to Twerp Man about this ridiculously bad call he had the next day. So Twerp Man,
Get out of here!
He twerped up his little Twerp Man face.
Twerp Man
and-
face?
And threw that right hand and threw him out of here. So, Dan Merzel, you're a twerp and there's a lot of man twerps in Major League Baseball umpiring. You're the man twerpiest of the man twerp. So, go to Hockey Sticks, Dan Merzel, and you
dear.
dang well better not get a postseason assignment.
I'll have to say, I've never quite understood, as far as rules, the balk. It is one of the most confusing, hard. Now, look, I know this simple. You got to come set, but there's so much.
His
more
wasn't
to it.
that.
I know.
Yeah, his was from where he is. He has to quote declare or some nonsense. Been doing it for never had it called on him. But Twerp Boy here has figured out the secret code, and then he kicked him out the next day.
What a twerp!
Hey, Merzel.
Hey,
Hockey
Merzel.
Sticks for you. Back with more to Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Bumping, drafting, and kicking asphalt.
They make contact.
This Saturday at Martinsville.
But the car gets the wall wide open all the way around turn 3.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010 XL.
Replacing windows can be a big investment, and you deserve straight answers. Well, at Cash Building Material, I got them. Prosser here. Cash Building Material explain my options, answer my questions, and help me find windows that fit my home and my budget. No pressure, just honest advice. And they'll do the same for you. So before you buy windows or doors, get a cash quote. Search Cash Building Material and click on their replacements tab. Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Listen, summer is here. It's going to be a hot week. I was listening to the boys down at the TV station last night, and they told me, man, hot time in the city this week. So if you're out working, if you're out playing, if you're out, protect that skin, man. Floppy hats, protect those ears. Second biggest location of skin cancer. Long sleeve dry fits, sunscreen, whatever it takes. Protect your skin. If something does show up, that's when you go to beachesdermatology.com. You find the location that best serves you. I go to the one off Solano Road. Shout out to all those fine folks, including Drs. Boudreaux, Drs. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. But they have different locations that will serve you. Nobody does better. They've taken great care of me through all the years for all your skincare needs, all your skincare products. It's Beaches Dermatology and beachesdermatology.com.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly. Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end. How about that? Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right. Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boat-Cierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida mean pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Hicken here, and for nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools have been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction. Surfside does it all, man. You ready to float happy? Surfsidepools.net, the place to go. Surfsidepools.net, or you always call them, 246-2666, 246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
It feels like every home services company in Jacksonville has been bought out by some big out-of-town firm, but not Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. We're still locally owned, still right here in Northeast Florida. That means no call centers and no corporate runaround when you call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Just experienced pros who live here, work here, and stand behind every job. From simple leaks to full pipe relining, you're getting real solutions from a team that actually cares about the community we all live and work in. Make the superior choice when you need a plumber. Request an estimate at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Well, I'm reviewing the video presentation of Emmanuel Arthur Thalloran giving out tickets to various Jaguar fans who immediately found him, and he's handed out all the tickets, so I'm sure he's on
off to his next
location, so get ready for a clue there, and we'll let you know where he is. But yeah, he's handing out plenty of tickets. I mean, we got a bunch, so for the preseason games. But you know what? If you've never been to a Jags game, it's a great chance to go experience it. You can get a free ticket, head on out there. He's giving away a pair with each one. So, yeah, check it out. Anyway, those are being given out. All right, college football, we're 19 days away from ball. So It'll be here before you know it. And there's a lot to do in that short time with these coaches as they continue to get ready. A lot of new names that'll be sprung up on the in the world, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hearing some, FSU was here last week.
Yeah, they stay under the radar. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense
the guys
at all.
And we've been saying this since they were good. We've been saying this since they were good. Why do you come to Jacksonville if not to reward your Seminole fan base? And by the way, you need Jacksonville.
What is it, like no media is allowed?
Yeah, you can't shoot video, and
I don't even know, does he do interviews?
I think he does interviews, but they're, I've heard Rick say, they jumped on him for asking a question like a couple. He doesn't go back. I mean, it's just,
if Rick's not going, that tells you how poorly run it's
just,
right? It's
just silly, man. They just, again, and I've tried to explain this to Florida and Florida State, and I don't care. It's their ass. But and look, maybe they don't need us. The Gators sell out with Billy Napier. Okay, so but out of sight, out of mind too. I think it helps when we're talking about your programs and such.
That's
but
fair.
I have heard some good things about Dexter's kid. Devin Carter is at FSU, and I think he's a true freshman. And always loved Dexter. So
where did he had another son at Bowles before? Where did he go play? You remember? UCF, was it?
I thought it was Georgia Southern.
Okay,
but I'm not positive. So. But anyway, so we'll see how that young man does. They also have another receiver, I think, who plays basketball, has done pretty well. So, but it's hard to get. Listen, I know where you're at, FSU fan. I know we've been there, done that. So when you go in with a coach you don't believe in, man, it's a tough deal. So it's him against the world, and that's probably what he's trying to build with his football team. It's us against the world, boys, and they do have a, not to be disrespectful, but they're in the ACC, and so they have a schedule that is conducive
Manageable
to
is the word you use.
finding
That's
some
what you say. Yeah,
you
you
can
use
find
the
some
word
dubs in that deal. So,
and by the way, most national, websites and expect that they will be a bowl team, that they will find 6 or 7 wins minimum on that schedule. You don't see FSU picked to be, at least not by the maybe in the conference they pick them 11th. I don't know what that has your record at.
I had a buddy who saw the Canes practice yesterday.
Okay,
and he gave me a little bit of insight on some of the stuff. But the thing that he was most impressed about, and I suspect it's like this at Florida now, is the coaching staff. And it's a constant. Every play they are running and yelling and screaming and coaching and coaching and coaching, and that's how it's got to be. And it's okay to demand that of the kids, especially now because we're paying you.
I also think that
you better be here with your mind right, ready to act as a professional.
Here's another
even though it's college football,
and here's another fringe benefit of winning. That it's accepted better. It's accepted more easily. If you're coaching hard with a group that's won, they're a lot more likely to respond, I think, than if you're coaching hard a 6-6 team or somebody that missed a bowl game last year.
Yeah.
Your message gets a little dulled down. I'll give Cristobal didn't start the fastest. He's just kind of steadily built them. The key though, and I mean the biggest difference between FSU, it's the only difference. If FSU the last 2 years had gotten Cam Ward,
they had him on campus,
Carson Beck and Darian Mensah, they'd be in the top 10.
Well, no, you get carried away with that sometimes. I mean, you have to listen. Miami they have out recruited the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you can't just say the quarterback only is.
They would not.
Because they got first round pick Ruben Bain,
If Miami did not have the quarterbacks they had, they if they had FSU's quarterbacks, they wouldn't be. So maybe I'm guilty.
They wouldn't be.
Maybe I'm reverse
for a national championship.
Maybe I'm reverse engineering. And if Miami had been running out there with Ugalele and last year's Elio Castroneves, then Tommy Casanova, if they'd gone out with them, then perhaps they wouldn't be winning like that.
Tommy in the NFL camp?
For what reason?
I don't know.
Was an intern or something?
Oh dear. Oh no.
Tommy was riding high after that win over Bama. They beat Alabama in the opener.
Beat Alabama.
And then to become what they did, it just speaks very poorly of the coaching.
Oof.
It all went to, in a handbasket, that Virginia game. They were doing okay.
Yeah.
And they lost that game that went back and forth in overtime. And
that lost to Stanford on the road out there.
Well, that was after that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying those losses. I mean,
they weren't exactly
unacceptable.
Well, look, they got a chance to make a bowl playing their 3-8 arch rivals, and it really wasn't competitive.
No, it wasn't.
Right? I mean, you let a dude run for like 300 yards on you. So that could signal some give up. There's just a lot going wrong there.
It was not pretty. It was, and it's been not pretty for a few years, and they got to try to fix it. And I just don't, they plucked a quarterback again. Maybe he was third string at Auburn last year.
I just don't see how
he's in his 5th year. He's never been good.
Here's what concerns me too. Norvell had a rep as being a good quarterback developer.
Right.
He developed quarterbacks at Memphis. He came and, I just think in hindsight, it was Jordan Travis's natural development that it wasn't Norvell per se developing him. Because if it were, he would have had more success with Ugalele and,
5-7 last
Julio
year.
Castillo.
They had a little 4-game losing streak. You're right, and they lost them. I mean, they lost to Virginia.
They were okay. What were they? 3-1.
3-0, 46-38. Then they lost to Miami only by 6, and they lost to Pitt by 3, and then they lost that Stanford game.
They were doing good until Stanford. But again, he lost them. He loses them too quick.
Yeah.
I mean, those are good teams that you lost to.
Yeah.
You know, Miami, we didn't know how good they were going to be. Virginia was a bowl team. I mean, it's not like you were, but just to lose them from that point, again, it's something. That's your 3-8 arch rival. They're terrible. They're firing coaches. They got, you know, and it was an easy win.
Yeah.
At least I remember it that way. Perhaps it was a little more competitive than I recall, but Florida didn't have many wins, and that one stood out as easy as one they had last year.
By the way, RJ, John Stark, 61 today. Happy birthday to
happy birthday to John
a friend of the
Starks.
program.
61, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Friend of
got
the
Starks
program,
on. I
John
you just
Starks.
kind of handled that one. I forgot. I almost forget about it.
That's right.
All right, we have reached halftime on the big program. We just have to address, look, ways to make your league grow and vibrant and strong.
Mm-hmm.
A book never even looked at in the card catalog by the WNBA, which has just become a toxic mess.
It's honestly.
We'll talk about it when we return.
It's exhausting.
It's pretty simple, really.
Well, the social, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
These people, I just, God, go away.
Again, you are describing. Again, this is positioned by ESPN is the main call. We'll get into this on the other side. Okay, that and more.
Exhausting.
It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Yesterday, today, tomorrow.
That's right, all right.
1010XL.
23 years and still getting bigger. The Jacksonville Tattoo Convention is back August 21st through 23rd with hundreds of incredible tattoo artists tattooing all weekend long. Explore unique vendors and artisans. Check out Collector's Alley featuring Pokemon, trading cards, sports memorabilia, comics, toys, and more. It's family friendly, parking is free, and tickets are available at the door. Renaissance Resort at World Golf Village, one of Jacksonville's most unique weekends. Visit setattoo.com for more information.
Got a leaky faucet, a running toilet, a drain that's slowing down? If you've been meaning to call a plumber, now's the perfect time to call Duck Duck Rooter. Schedule any plumbing service during August, and while our technician is already at your home, we'll include a free water heater inspection. It's just one more way we deliver the Duck Duck standard. Honest recommendations, fair upfront pricing, and no surprises. If you're calling a plumber anyway, why not get a little bit more while we're there? When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Make more birdies with pointers from the pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Teed up on Clearwater Irrigation and North Florida Medical Centers. Tuesday morning at 8:30.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender. NMLS 1661781. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Chicken here. You know it's back to school time, baby, with Zero Res. And right now, book 2 rooms of carpet cleaning for $149 and get 2 rooms free. Yeah, book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and take advantage of the savings. Tell them 1010XL sent you.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by 5-Star Bath Solutions. Florida football's Aaron Philo discussed QB competition as good for the team.
2 guys competing in a healthy way that just sets an example for the rest of the team.
CBS Sports college football analyst Brad Crawford pegs Florida at 7-5, 4-5 in the SEC, saying the Gators have a talented but a brutal schedule. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently 79 degrees at 8:04. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, I have a pop quiz, and then we're going to check in on the ET.
All right, I like pop quiz.
I was spurred to look this up.
San Antonio.
Nixon 5. I did it for you. By a question I had on the text line, it came up again this weekend. Bill Belichick should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know why he wasn't, but nonetheless. And the guy asked me, I think he should be a first ballot, but I really think Coughlin should go in before Belichick. And I get why you would think that, because he beat him twice in the Super Bowl. But that's not the only requirement. So 2 things can be true. You can think that Coughlin belongs in the Super Bowl, but in the Hall of Fame. But even I wouldn't say he belongs in before Belichick. They both belong in. But anyway, Coughlin is in rare company. So I got a couple of prongs to this pop quiz.
Okay.
2 coaches have beaten Bill Belichick twice in the playoffs.
Okay.
Can you name them?
Coughlin.
Coughlin is one.
Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh is the other. Coughlin went 2-0. Harbaugh 2-. Would you guess?
Oh, did he lose to him?
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay.
Outside of that,
I remember when Baltimore went into New England and beat them 33-14, and Ray Rice ripped 80 on the first play.
On the first play. Yeah. And then I remember
that's
one
the one
year,
that stands out to me.
By the way, Harbaugh could be the Giant Slayer if he didn't have Billy Cundiff as his kicker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They also had a game that they had won that he missed a little 30-something yarder at the end of the game.
Did.
Only 8 coaches have beaten Bill Belichick in a postseason game. Those are the only 2 with multiples. Can you name the other 6 coaches that have wins?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson is the last guy to beat Bill Belichick in the playoffs in 2017. So yes, there's one. One of them's going to be hard. I think you can get the others. I think.
Let me look at the teams. Okay.
This is very hard. This is a hard question. There's one team that beat him twice, but with 2 different coaches.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Let me think who's beaten them. I want to guess one, but I don't think he.
There's one almost a comic book character who beat him. That's the one that would have jumped to me first.
The one that churns them.
The one that no. There's a comic book character, a kind of a joke, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know if he got one more head coaching job after he beat him with this team, and his team was good under him, a lot better than they've also been. But this guy doesn't carry the kind of prestige as the other coaches on this list.
Let's go with. It's not sticking in my head.
Okay, it will when I say it.
Yeah.
And for the record, these aren't all AFC Championship games.
No,
that's why they're hard.
Oh, I know one.
Okay.
Rex Ryan.
That's the clown.
Yeah.
Rex
Ryan beat
Ryan
him twice, didn't he, or once?
Just once, but he's an abject clown.
Okay.
And he beat him in
Rex
2010.
Ryan
Rex Ryan is one. And Peterson is another. So you got 2 of the 4.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you this 3. 3 Hall of Famers beat him. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 and another. Two and another who should be in.
The guy, is it Is it John Fox?
John Fox beat him.
Okay, because he was at Denver.
He was at Denver
Yeah.
and beat him in 2013.
They got him.
And another Denver coach. Actually, 2 more Denver coaches got him.
Really?
One of them got him, though, when he was with the Browns.
Oh. Shoot, I don't know who that.
That was Shanahan.
Shanny
beat him.
Okay.
And now so the only thing left, no, there's another Denver coach. I forget this game in 2015. This guy coached another team to a lot of success before he went to Denver. And his son is a coach in the NFL right now. In fact, this guy at one point had a health issue, I believe, when he was still in his previous team where he like fell on the sideline.
Kubiak.
Yeah, Gary Kubiak.
Yeah, Kubiak.
Whose son is now the coach of the
Clint
Raiders.
Kubiak.
The Raiders,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, these other 2 are Hall of Famers. So it would make perfect sense. See, if there were 2 other teams from the AFC that none rivaled New England, but the 2 best teams in the AFC, not named the Patriots for that time, are the 2 other teams.
Didn't you're saying beat Belichick in the playoffs, right?
That's correct.
So he lost one with Mac to Buffalo, right? Wasn't he? He was coaching.
You know
then.
what? They left that guy off this list.
That's McDermott, right?
Yeah, McDermott would have got him. Was that a
Am I
playoff
wrong?
game? No.
Oh, yeah, they made the.
Well, they've got his last loss in 2017. So yeah, this is incorrect.
No, he kept going.
Yeah, he kept
now,
going.
Maybe it's him and Brady.
Well, Brady lost to the Titans, didn't he, in the playoffs? Won his
Yes.
last game? Yeah,
Yes.
so they've left a couple off here.
Okay.
But the last 2 we were looking for are Hall of Famers. One beat him in 05, the other beat him in 06.
Give me, I don't know.
Cower and Dungy.
Oh, okay.
Each got him once. All right, let's check in with ET. He's out and about and ready to just, play, Santa Claus.
Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hello, E.
Yo, what's happening, boys?
Oh, we got I'm excited about your clue. I wonder what it will be because I like to guess. So give us a clue as to where you might be. E is out with Jaguar tickets to next Friday night's Carolina Panthers game, which, by the way, you can get if you'd like, but he's handing them out like candy right now, apparently.
Yeah, that's right, handing them out like candy. The last one was a little crazy. People were pulling up on me, but, I had to go.
I'm out, he says.
Gots to go.
There's nothing wrong with that because Black Santa is still out here handing out gifts, all right?
Black Santa is out there.
All right?
All right.
So, and I know you boys like pop culture, right?
Yes.
So here's the clue.
Okay.
Drake recently just dropped an album.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that album?
Oh, that's Iceman.
Iceman!
That's Iceman. Drake just dropped Iceman.
I know where he is.
Yeah, he's at the Community Igloo Center.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's at the Igloo Center. He's not supposed to tell you, but we're not going to play that game. It's morning drive. Get your butts over there and get you some free tickets to
Iceman.
To the first home playoff
I
game.
was watching Drake and this corn star
yeah.
who took her
Lena.
It took her ring off and threw it.
She threw it. She threw it.
Because and she gave Drake a hall pass certificate.
A hall pass.
Yeah, that's all I know.
I'm just here to say that if you are in a long-term relationship that uses hall passes, you're really not in a long-term relationship.
That would be fair.
I'm just saying.
Well,
that would be fair.
Jeff, you only but this girl who gave it all pass, you only want to know. Yeah,
she's a dirty girl.
Oh, for sure.
Dirty girl.
Yeah,
she's definitely a DG.
Does she gave him the hall pass, or he gave her the hall pass?
No,
she gave him the hall pass.
Yeah.
Oh, she gave him the hall.
She don't care what her husband.
Well, because she's taking hall passes left and right beyond his knowledge. It would be
Correct.
my guess. Okay, yeah. All right. Well,
anyway, the clue is Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman. That's the clue.
Iceman is the clue.
So we won't say you're at the igloo, but we'll just say it's Iceman.
Yeah, I like the video of you handing out the tickets at the last stop.
The man of the people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So good luck with that.
All right,
Let us
Black
know how
Santa.
it goes.
What up, boy?
There he
I
goes.
gotta go.
All right, he's got somebody.
Got to
all right.
go. He said. I got to go. Like he's busy.
Making
all right.
things
Well, we
happen.
won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but man, how to take momentum and goodwill and increasing popularity and just give everyone a bad taste in their mouth. This WNBA is the most toxic, never mind professional sports league in history. They're the most toxic organization in organized sports right now. They are just, it's just disgusting what they've become and what they are and what they say and what they preach. And I'm not going to get high on the horse. What grown adults do with their time and their beliefs and their identity is up to grown adults. But when you have a coach of a league who's wearing a shirt that says trans kids matter, you've gone to the dark side of evil, because kids don't have the wherewithal to buy cigarettes or get a driver's license. They certainly should not ever have any support in something as devastating and life-altering as gender questions. So you should be in jail if you're pushing your child to be another gender, never mind wearing shirts in support of. And this all goes to Sophie Cunningham saying something that wasn't hateful at all, and it was twisted and propagated and spun out by ESPN and everyone else to send a message that she didn't send. She had one simple message: I don't think biological men should play with women. Never. She went out of her way to say it doesn't come from a place of hate. It's a love of all people. It's a specific sports-related industry, and the way they responded and the shot she took that she took the other night in a game that was obviously a targeted, purposeful shot, and then the reaction to that and the ridiculousness on social media, it's just a joke. And so when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And now the WNBA is going to have a mess on its hands because you have a pair of former NBA players,
Enes
Kanter Freedom and Royce White, who have said that yes, they, from a basketball perspective now, identify as women, and so they are petitioning for next year's WNBA draft. Good luck with that, Commish.
I think I would draft them number one.
Yeah, good luck with
available.
that. Good luck with, I don't know how loudly you can speak out both sides of your mouth, but good luck with this one.
That's just exhausting to me.
I don't pay
can't do it.
I watched the CCBA and I saw the drive-by assault while I was watching that the other day for a brief moment. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just it's just and it may not be, but it's sure they present as just a hate bomb. Like the whole league is just a hate bomb. Everybody hates somebody for something.
Any effort that they're making to, and then they, and when I say they, it's the people who talk about it, come out and say, well, it's taking away from basketball. Yeah, because you keep talking about it and you keep making issues out of stuff that shouldn't be issues instead of just, trying to grow the game of hoops. So anyway.
Well, by the way, the girl who slugged
she's
Sophie.
One of the girls in our love triangle.
Yeah, she's one in the love triangle. Shocker.
By the way, she's like Stanford educated and the whole thing.
I mean, it just again, okay. And whatever. I don't think we can say anymore. There's no reason to add anymore. But hey, WNBA, just so to the common person walking around, you're the most toxic hate bomb that has ever entered the professional sports realm.
This is the drill on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Gators, the Knowles, the Dogs, and the Canes. College football starts and ends here. 1010XL. 10XL. 10XL.
Jacksonville's been wonderful to Beards and my family.
Meet John and Van Lupo, first and second generation owners at Beards Diamonds.
We're always looking to make the shopping experience better for the consumer and grow with Jacksonville.
We're here to do whatever we can to make people happy. We want them to feel comfortable with their purchase.
Beards Diamonds, not another corporate chain jewelry store. A Jacksonville original with non-commissioned experts to guide you, educate you, and help you celebrate those milestones.
We get to be with people in the most important decisions in their life. So it's a wonderful feeling at the end of the day.
So if you're getting engaged, celebrating a special anniversary, or looking for that perfect gift, relax and enjoy the experience at Beards, knowing you are guaranteed the best price, the best value, the best warranties, and the best experience in the jewelry industry.
There's no competition that we can't compete with or beat.
Beards Diamonds, happy to be here for 45 years and counting. In the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
Hey, before the season even kicks off, it's the best time of year. We can all make predictions. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's taking home the Lombardi? Well, on Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform, you can trade those predictions in a live market and much more. In fact, let's just look right now at the Jaguars and they're over under, and you buy shares in that to say that, yeah, I think they're going to go over that number. And so right now, if you make a $100 trade, it's going to bring you back, more like 160 in return. MLB playoffs are coming. If you want to pick a favorite there, the great thing about Kalshi is, you're not working with a bookmaker. You're working with those that are also involved. So it's like trading a stock. You can buy into and out of your positions as you go along. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers. That means no house. And as the probability changes, so do your options. Trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app today. Use code 1010XL, and you'll get $10 off when you trade $10. KALSH at Kalshi. Trade on anything.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show, Captain Kevin and Captain Kirk join Jeff Lageman.
I am shooting one today.
Get hooked Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, save big today at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Right now, get a semi-automatic AR-style 12-gauge shotgun for just $2.99. Green Acres also stocks the top brands of suppressors. For nearly 60 years, Green Acres has been Jacksonville's trusted source for firearms and outdoor gear, providing expert service you can count on. Shop Green Acres today at greenacresporting.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
If replacing those old windows has been on your someday list, well, this is the perfect time to make it happen with the end of summer sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer ends August 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to the show. I watched the season premiere of Ted Lasso, so looking forward to that. Hopefully that's it was a really good show. Took a hiatus and now it's back, so I kind of like that. And then RJ, I don't know if you watched. Did you ever watch the what's it called? Running Point. It's the
I've heard
Kate
of the
Hudson
show.
is the owner of the LA Wave. It's based on Jeannie Buss and the Buss family.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay. No, I haven't.
Anyway, it's pretty good. They've had 2 seasons of that, and I kind of caught up on that one. They got another season coming out. It's been entertaining, silly. You suspend belief, but definitely entertaining. So, have enjoyed that a great deal. So those are a couple things that are out there right now. If you're looking for something to watch, National Football League camps continue. We are back and rolling. Lots of things going on in the NFL. The Hall of Fame is always great, and it's a great weekend. And we were fortunate enough to go, and fortunate enough to be a part of it one year with Tony, and really appreciative of that. But each guy had their own different story to tell, and Vinatieri was the funny guy. He dropped a lot of one-liners. As he went in, he got after Belichick and Manning and Brady. I had the opportunity to play with the greatest quarterback in Patriots history, Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
things like that.
It was almost like he was auditioning for the next Brady roast. Like, how come I didn't get an invite?
Yeah.
He was too family friendly. That's why.
He was very good. And Fitz was great. Drew Brees was terrific. The only one I didn't really see any clips of or watch was Kuechly. So, and I'm sure he did fine. Roger Craig was a very sad story. Now you learn he's battling dementia. So,
did it via video because
he was there, but he didn't.
He wasn't able to put together cognitively on the spot.
Right. So anyway, but that's such a good weekend, and I did see the future Hall of Famers you start talking about, and it is frustrating, though. It is frustrating, and I get it, man. I get Fred Taylor deserves that weekend. Tom Coughlin certainly deserves that weekend. These guys, I just, and I know that there's probably people who are more deserving at every level, but it
feels like Freddie's he's gonna be a 75-year-old man, and he's still gonna be 16th in rushing, and they're gonna wake up and go, "What are we doing? Why is 1 through 41 in and number 14 or 16 and wherever he ends up is it next year could be a year.
Next year, there's a lot of first timers that are going in.
But no, there's really 2 for sure and 3 probably. Gronkowski, Peterson, and Roethlisberger. But then you're competing with Alex Mack, Richard Sherman, Eric Weddle. I mean, those are good players. Certainly, they're going to be up. Also, Antonio Brown, Cam Newton, Gerald McCoy, Andrew Whitworth. Quote, compelling cases, but. What distressed me is
Gronk, Roethlisberger, and Peterson. There's 3 right there.
That's right, but that leaves 2 spots. No.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of returners who have been close. I mean, think about some of the other dudes.
Sure,
like Torrey
Reggie
Holt,
Waynes and Torrey Holtz. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll go in. I feel like the momentum is.
Oh yeah. And do you put Antonio Brown in the Hall of Fame? Not on the first ballot.
No, but he goes in for sure. Did Fred didn't make the 25 this year? Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He went back to the 25 and then didn't advance out of there. So I worry about if you're not careful. Sliding your way out of the 25. And just, unfortunately for Fred, if he's not banging the drum or someone in Jacksonville, it doesn't get banged. It distressed me a little bit the other day. I saw a poll and it was of voters. And they were saying the most glaring omissions from the Hall. And then they went through some, they went through the top 6 they think should be in. And then they got to others receiving votes. Now Coughlin would have showed up like 13th overall, but you went all the way down the receiving votes of greatest omissions, and you go 30 deep, and Fred Taylor's name doesn't show up.
I know
but that just tells you he's not close to getting in. At one point, Tony was nowhere near close.
Right,
that can change, but you got 2 problems here. As you mentioned, you got the never-ending cycle of first-year guys who have Hall of Fame careers, and then it's everyone else who has been left over and you think should get in and don't.
There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of discussions to be had of eligible guys, and so, but I don't know, man. I just, again, and Fred's even said this. He wants TC to go in ahead of him just because the age difference, I mean, I want Coach in there, I want him to enjoy it with his family. I want him to, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Put them in.
You would think it's like Shanahan, Holmgren, and him, right? The 3 of them are waiting, and I think Coughlin should be ahead of them, but he's not. He's not in the perception area.
And then they get to the stupid way that they do this is they get to they put them in the
contributors.
They only allow one coach every year, and then that one coach gets thrown into with the rest of the people on the vote. And then if the one coach doesn't make it, then what?
I'd be almost better off every 3 years putting in one coach just separate from everything else, because these coaches are getting like Shanahan, Holmgren, and Coughlin should all be in the Hall of Fame.
They should have the. Yeah,
they all should be in already. They should all be in. They're not. Their resumes aren't going to get any better.
Right,
and they're all Hall of Fame coaches.
Correct.
So, and Shanahan and Coughlin, by virtue of the 2 Super Bowls, are ahead of Holmgren. In my mind, Holmgren gets so much credit for winning one and going to one and running teams. Well, that's what Coughlin did.
Yeah.
It's the Coughlin disconnect is weird to me. He played in a big market, beat Belichick. I don't know what the hesitation is.
No-brainer.
Here's the prediction for next year's 2027 Hall class, at least on this website that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski, Frank Gore. It's another running. It's not just the field; it's the running backs. Who else? Steven Jackson. Who else? Jamal Lewis. Maybe I don't know who's competing with Fred. Terrell Suggs, Ben Roethlisberger, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Belichick. There you go.
Correct.
Did you say Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, Peterson, Gronkowski are the first timers. Roethlisberger's also a first timer. They have him going in, and then those that remain: Frank Gore, Terrell Suggs, who, by the way, are both Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an exclusive club, but, it almost feels like it's just like open it up to 21 year, and let's get back to just evaluating those that are coming in. And there's a certain point, if you played 20, 30, 40 years ago, your story's written. But let's put them in now. I'm not saying they get missed, but
Chase Daniel went on social media and said this about Drew Brees getting mentioned by a Hall of Famer during his speech almost brought me to tears.
Us too.
Well,
yeah, we feel you.
Here we are.
We feel you, Chase.
We were mentioned.
I mean, the drop-ins, it's right there.
I think people don't realize what a great, we'll forever.
It all starts with, is the last I remember it, the quote.
We'll forever keep Tony in our hearts and minds, and he came through. We had told him that he had to do it, and he did it. So, as far as I'm concerned, nothing else he can do the rest of the way that will ever dim the bright shine from Tony Boselli with us. So, a couple sad notes as well that I saw over the weekend. Yankees had old timers game, and Tommy John had to pen a letter. He's in hospice care.
How's that guy not in the Hall? Speaking of omissions, 288 wins, not in the Hall.
We brought him up with Murph, and he was shocked to hear all the numbers that Tommy John had. And Tommy John is—he's
almost. People say plus the surgery. He's almost a victim of that.
I guess.
I mean, I think if Tommy John's name was, Tommy Lee, he would have had a hell of a honeymoon.
And then I didn't know. Matt McQuillan, but he passed away as a PGA Tour golfer.
Yeah,
45 years old, played in a few events.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Yeah.
And Don Nelson died.
And Don Nelson,
second winningest coach in NBA history.
Coached the Knicks for
Donnie probably died with the
he went to Hawaii and smoked weed
on edibles. Yeah,
that's what he did. He said it. He said he moved to Hawaii and he just smoked weed over the last 10, 15 years of his life.
There you go. Probably watched a lot of TV. Probably watched a lot of TV. A lot of ice cream. 86, made it to 86.
Yeah.
Ain't bad. He got overtime. 0 to 20's first quarter, 20 to 40's second quarter, 40 to 60's third quarter, 60 to 80's fourth quarter, and then you're playing overtime, baby. If you make it to overtime, good on you.
Yeah, he was a great player too, by the way.
Yeah, played for the Celtics, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Played for a few other teams, but I shouldn't say great. He was a very good player.
Journey, but he played for a lot of years.
15 points a game in his best season.
Yeah. Did he win titles for that? Were you on the Celtics teams that won?
Yeah, 65, 66, 67, 68, 68, 69, 73, 74, 75, 76. So he won 5 rings.
Wow.
Also started originally with Chicago, then went to the Lakers for 2 years, and then the Celtic. I don't remember him with those 2 other teams. But Nelly was a heck of a player. But as a head coach, he was...
Never won, but
did very, he took a Milwaukee team. And
he would take good teams. He would take
Golden State and did the run TMC thing, right?
And I think Nelson was there when Steph started.
I think he was.
Yeah, Steph posted something about it. You think of Nelson having been gone before that.
Obviously Dallas also, and then back to Golden State. That's where he was.
Dirk's another one that really credited him with letting him be him, encouraging him. That was a day where 7-footers didn't have the freedom to do what Dirk did.
Yeah, Nelly was a little cutting edge. He'd come up with different things. So anyway, I thought he did.
One of my favorite things to do is
1,300 wins.
Yeah. Now second winning is Lenny Wilkins first.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I think so. Popovich should have made a run.
Oh, Popovich.
Pops won, and then so Nelson passed Lenny. Lenny Wilkins became the all-time winner when he was with Atlanta. That's the only reason I remember that.
Career wins. Pop 1,390. Nelly 1335, Lenny 1332, Jerry Sloan 1221, Pat Riley 1210.
Man, there's some longevity awards there for Nelson and Sloan, neither one.
Next 5, Doc, George Karl, Phil Jackson, Larry Brown, Rick Adelman.
It's almost more impressive to be top 5 in wins without winning.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think to a degree that you last and
you survive.
That you're that successful, at least, within the framework. All right, we got to take a break. It is a Next Gen Roofing Monday. We're going to raise the roof on another Jaguar season. And if you have roof damage ever, you just turn to the guys that we count on. It's Next Gen Roofing at nextgenroofing.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
My name is Chris, and I'm a client of DexaFit Jacksonville. A scale only tells you your weight, but a DEXA scan shows you what's really happening inside your body. In just 5 minutes, I learned my body fat percentage, muscle mass, bone density, and visceral fat levels. Tracking those numbers helped me see real progress and stay motivated. Kelly and the entire team at DexaFit Jacksonville are knowledgeable, professional, and a great resource. Search DexaFit Jacksonville and schedule your scan today.
I literally just yesterday, sitting on the back porch, enjoying some downtime with Mrs. P, said how happy I was with us switching to Julington Creek Pest Control. From the incredible lawn service, it looks better than ever, to keeping those bugs out in this risky time of the year. So if your lawn is struggling this summer, brown spots, insects, weeds, lawn disease, they can take over when your lawn isn't getting the right care. Well, Julington Creek Pest Control provides a complete lawn care program featuring premium granular fertilizer, not cheap liquid shortcuts, plus general pest and termite protection I'll vouch for as well. So give your lawn the care it deserves. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
25 weeks comes down to this. You ready? 3 wide under the lights. 0 margin for error. Everything on the line. Flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
I'm Alan Tyre with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners Bill Pappas and Ken Rimley want to thank all of our clients, CPAs, attorneys, bankers, and real estate agents who refer us business every day. If you're ready to purchase, build, or refinance your home, call Trustline Mortgage, your hometown mortgage source since 1989. Call us today at 904-381-LOAN, TrustlineMortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Trustline Mortgage, NMLS, 331480. Alan Tyre, NMLS, 246490. Bill Pappas, NMLS, 218443. Ken Rimley, NMLS, 246445.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Storm season is here, and at JEA, we're on it. We work year-round to strengthen our electric, water, and sewer systems, making them more storm-resistant. Trees are trimmed around power lines to help reduce outages caused by falling debris. Plus, our online outage map and the My JEA app make it easier than ever to report and monitor outages. So no matter what this storm season brings, we're ready to respond, restore, and keep you informed every step of the way. Learn more and see how you can prepare at JEA.com.
Jacksonville homes are selling, but it could take months and a low price, lower than you want to sell. It could. Doesn't have to. Getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who've proven systems that are going to drive demand and sell your home. So if you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy get instant offers. Fast, easy, stress-free. Max price, they're going to aggressively market. And whether you're buying or selling, fast or max, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. How's this for a bottom line? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. No required costs and repairs. Pick your move date, agree, and move on. Keith in Atlantic Beach. I wanted to move my parents closer. They needed a lot of help getting their home ready for sale. Finding a new one, medical issues made things even more challenging. I called Chad and Sandy because I heard their stories on the radio. The Chad and Sandy team, compassionate and professional, and got the job done. My folks' home sold the very first weekend for $1.2 million. Call Chad and Sandy today.
Instant Key.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Well, Dan, a golf observation for you. Not all heroes make aces. I'll take you back to the PGA Championship a couple years back, and this guy just is a great story. And although even then I saw signs, right? Like when he pretended like he didn't know he hit the hole in one. But remember a guy named Michael Block?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah. So Michael Block, is a club pro, a PGA club pro, but he does play, some professional events. He's played some PGA events, and yesterday he was playing at the Senior European Tour event where he got a sponsor's exemption. So there's a number of things maybe you're not supposed to do, especially when you're there on someone else's good graces. But he walked off the course in the Senior European Tour event after the 12th hole yesterday in the final round of the PGA Seniors. Word in the locker room was he didn't say anything to his playing partners. Multiple people said it was known Black was frustrated with the course conditions. He showed up to his tee time late, was given a 2-stroke penalty, shot an opening 9 of 43, and after a bogey on 12, he just walked off. On the leaderboard listed as a DQ, he was in the field on a sponsor's exemption. So, I mean, if you're just going to be that guy, then just don't accept it.
Right. So
it's just simple as that. Not a whole lot to add when it comes to that. But if you're if you're taking a sponsor's exemption, you better dang sure really want it. I experienced why firsthand the Yankees could be a real tough out in the postseason because my Braves drew the unenviable position of going Fried, Cole, Schlittler.
Yeah.
That's a tough little. Now, that being said, the Yankees won 2 out of 3. They were all one-run games. The Braves, they got, Tort Man got them. But, it goes to show you how dangerous when you get to the postseason. We saw it last year with the Dodgers. It wasn't the CS. They dominated, but didn't they go 7 with the Padres in the round before? I mean, they've been stressed, and then they went 7 in the World Series. They had to come back to win Game 7. So, it's not just a said and done kind of event, but if you get to thoughts are the National League is much better, right? That's fair.
Yes.
The 3 best teams in baseball right now by record are the Brewers, the Braves, and the Dodgers, and you got other Cubs are probably as good as anybody in the American League. But the Yankees are better than their record.
Oh yeah.
And so if they get Aaron Judge back, and I don't know if they're missing other Bellinger is not playing. I mean, what jumped out? Stanton, what jumps out to you playing him in a 3-game series, as good as that pitching was, if just one of those guys hadn't pitched, Braves probably win 2 out of 3 because that lineup ain't much. It's not very scary. Now, you can credit the Wells and the
they got to be careful though. They got to keep playing because they're 5.5 behind the Rays, and the Sox are a 1.5 behind them, and
they're safely in. I mean, they got like a 7-game lead for the wild card itself. But to your point,
it's another series.
It's time at some point you like to get some momentum going because there are other teams that are flashing that momentum. The Braves and the Red Sox and the Brewers.
Man, I tip my cap to the Rays and the Brewers. Man, like the Cubs. I keep thinking the Cubs are coming. They're steamrolling. They just look better than the Brewers, but the Brewers just find ways to win. The Rays find a way. The Rays just went out to Seattle and swept the Mariners. Now the Mariners are in a bad roll right now, but you want to talk about pitching, man. The Rays have the pitching, and if those guys pitch in the postseason like they have in the regular season, it's a tough out too. The Yankees can go. The Rays can match up with those 3 with the Yankees and offer you 3 guys that don't have the quote pedigrees that those 3 have, but have having the years that those 3 have, better years than those 3 have had. So it'll be fascinating to see.
There's another one from the American League. I mean, that pitching, the brand name isn't there like Cole, Fried, and Schlittler. But to your point, they've been every bit as effective as any 3 in the league.
Oh, yeah.
And the Brewers, it's a shame they didn't get a pitching move bigger than Dusty May. I mean, they're just it's just
stupid.
Right.
You got a chance, man.
By the way, and you can't put it all in the Scooble basket.
No.
There were
You
other
have to
guys.
get Scooble, but
No,
you gotta
get
do
Robbie Ray or
Yeah.
Gaussman or one of those dudes that somebody else got. I have noticed, by the way, I check on all these guys. Oh, and for the
They all
record,
stunk their first outing.
except Male was terrific.
Okay.
Yeah, he started game one against the Yankees and went 6 scoreless.
Most of them were
But
terrible.
yeah, no, you're right. May won, but he wasn't awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But Scooble lost his first one.
Peralta got
Casey
lit.
Casey Mize got lit up.
Yeah.
So there were. Has Scooble pitched his second game? It's probably today.
Probably today.
Yeah.
Dodgers have lost 7 of 8.
Yeah, I'm not
Doesn't
buying
matter.
it. They did it last year,
I
and they're
know.
just laying low, and they got so much pitching, and that lineup when it's healthy and it matters is going to be awfully tough. But
as you know, the Red Hot Mets are marching into Atlanta
Yeah.
tonight. Winners of 5 of 6, blistering the baseball these days. Just
optimistic.
won their
are you?
second series in a row, and the young baby Mets, led by A.J. Ewing and Carson Benj and Christian Scott and Nolan McLean.
We better watch out. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
you
saying?
better watch out. We
Well,
need.
I mean, we're trailing the season series 5-3. What is it? 6-4.
6-4 in the season series.
Predicting a 7-6 season series win.
Yes.
So how many more games are
call
there
for the
left
sweep.
in the year? Are you thinking they make a late season push?
Late
here, Dan?
season, all we have to do is win
Sneak into the playoff.
35 out of 40, and we'll be there. That's the plan right now.
That's what you're
The Braves have
hanging
a
on
big
to?
chance to derail us here. Going.
Hey, the Red
I will
Sox won
say this.
16 in a row, didn't they?
Yeah.
I will say this: we the Marlins and Nats were hanging on, and we derailed both of them with a sweep. But the Mets, I don't know, you're 11 out of the wild card. That's going to be tough.
You can't derail a team that's already been derailed.
Yeah, I'm surprised 52 and 67 is not atrocious. To be 11 back, that surprises me.
It's atrocious.
Yeah, it is. It's great. That's about what we were like. We're basically flip-flopping last year, although I think we're going to avoid the collapse. It looked for a while like we might have it.
Yeah, that would have been
But
good.
I think we've steadied ourselves, and we're going to at least avoid.
Yeah, you got to beat up on the sorry-ass National League East that has been just pee-poor this year.
But I
and
will say the Marlins came
very
in
overrated.
The Marlins came in with a sweep with like 7 in a row sweep of the Phillies. We sent them down, but yeah, to your point, the Nats have fallen off. But even the Nats and Marlins are still within 3-4 games of the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
But the Phillies would have to give up chase. This is an amazing stat I saw from baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Schwarber homered again yesterday. He went the longest he's been as a Philly without a home run. How many games do you think that was? Did you see it?
No.
What do you think it is?
8.
17.
Not many. Yeah.
Even 17. That's crazy. I mean, we all have had our superstars that don't hit a home run for a month.
Mm-hmm.
But Schwarb's hit a couple
It's
yesterday.
amazing the stats and when you look. And by the way, Yordan Alvarez has a chance to win the Triple Crown. A good chance at this point. I mean, that's a big deal, man. You win the Triple Crown, but he's hitting 322. Luis Arias is leading the National League at 320. Schwarbs and Alvarez both have 35 bombs. Matt Olson just one behind. Hunter Goodman.
He's red hot, Olson. He's hit a bunch.
But it's like
I'll go one step further when it comes to Alvarez, and I don't know the last time this happened. It probably happened maybe on somebody else's Triple Crown season.
Mm-hmm.
He could win Major League Baseball's Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Like, he leads Major League Baseball in average. He's tied for the Major League Baseball lead in home runs, and he's 3 RBIs behind the RBI leader. So, and by the way, the guys ahead of him are all National Leaguers in those spots. So to your point, he already leads the American League in average. He already leads the American League in homers, and he already leads the American League in RBIs. So
the Triple Crown doesn't come around very often.
No.
Miguel Cabrera did it in 12. Then you had to go back to Yaz in 67,
Wow.
Frank Robinson in 66, Mickey Mantle 10 years before that, 56. Ted won it twice, Teddy Williams. And then Ducky Medwick, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and Rogers Hornsby.
now the pitching Triple Crown's a lot more common. We've seen a bunch of dudes win that. In fact, Scooble may have done it 2 years in a row. Scooble and Sale did it the same year, a couple of years ago. So the pitching, and that's wins, strikeouts, and ERA. So that's been accomplished more. But to go up there and then face those dudes day after day and to be the best in all 3 categories as an offensive player is
Only 4
amazing.
Triple Crowns in the last 70 years.
Yeah,
I should tell you something.
That tells you a lot because we throw a parade when a guy gets a no-hitter, hits for the cycle, and those are all way more common than winning the season-long Triple Crown. We're going to take a quick time out. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. You're listening to The Drill. ET's out with the prize patrol today as we're a blitz in the bank, and his ticket giveaway may be done by now, so we'll just go ahead and tell you we read the clues and we're thinking he's at the Igloo. So just saying, the clue was Iceman.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he's
probably gone by now. He's giving them all out. Those people, they just swarmed him when he showed up at the first place.
Yeah,
out and about. I think that shows a lot of passion for preseason tickets. That you're out and about following around the Blitz the Bank bus.
As we head to break, we'll do this. Miles Russell's had a hell of a summer, and it keeps going. U.S. Amateur starts today, so he goes.
I'd like to see him break through. I mean, I say that. He went to the finals of the Junior Am, and then he went to the semifinals of the Western Am.
Yeah.
Now, the Western Am is the adult version, quote unquote, and this is the U.S. Amateur. Did you watch any of the U.S. Women's Amateur? Did you even stop on it at all?
I did stop on it. I saw that the winner was the Asterisk girl.
That's the golf course that I took the golf trip to in Chattanooga.
Oh,
yeah, that's where we played. And you see how beautiful that was there during that brief
pay
moment.
enough attention to that.
Yeah, what's the asterisk for?
Her name is Asterisk Tally.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Never know today. This is the drill on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Big moment. Play-by-play is full of plot twists. Did that just happen? And high-octane drama. And this game is tied. Experience the most play-by-play sports on 1010XL.
Problems, pick Porter.
When you need a lawyer,
Pick Smart.
pick Porter.com.
DUI, pick Porter. Divorce, pick Porter. Criminal or injury law, pick Smart.
Pick Porter.com.
Problems, pick Porter.
When you need a lawyer,
Pick Smart.
pick Porter.com.
ET here for Encore Research. What if the next medical breakthrough started with you? Clinical research volunteers play a vital role in helping doctors better understand diseases and develop future treatments. This summer, discover how participating in a clinical research study can advance medical breakthroughs while empowering you to take an active role in your own healthcare journey. Are you ready to learn? Check them out at EncoreDocs.com. Together, we're building a healthier future for Jacksonville.
Replacing windows, I'm telling you, because we've shopped recently, can be a big investment, but it's also something, especially if your house is, getting up there in that 20, 30-year-old range, you need to explore, and you deserve straight answers. At Cash Building Material, I got them. Cash Building Material explained my options. Mrs. P's options, answered her questions, helped us find windows that fit our home and our budget. No pressure, just honest advice. So they'll do the same for you. Before you buy windows or doors, get a cash quote. Search Cash Building Material and click on the Replacements tab. Cash Building Material, windows and doors done right.
I'm Tom McManus, and after each training camp practice, you'll get my instant reaction with everything I saw from the Miller Electric Center. Get my observations from the practice field, served up by No Way Jose Mexican Bar and Grill, and only on the 1010XL social channels.
When it comes to your home or business, experience matters. That's why every apprentice at Local 234, whether training in plumbing, pipe fitting, welding, or HVAC, must pass a rigorous county licensing exam before graduating. It's just one more way Local 234 ensures the next generation of skilled professionals is ready for the job. Before you hire anyone, ask if the work will be performed by a licensed journeyman. Local 234, make the right connection.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
What rock and roll band is mentioned in the song Smoke on the Water? The answer coming right up.
For
over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The rock and roll band mentioned in Smoke on the Water? Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, 8:53. Good morning, Jacksonville. Matthew Lowe is one of 7 golfers, 312 total in the field, carrying his own bag at the U.S. Amateur. So, at Marion. So, off and running and just walking with his own bag.
I don't know how you expect to contend and compete for the U.S. Amateur if everyone has a caddy and you're slapping your own bag. It's got to have some negative effect.
Yeah.
College kids carry their own bag, don't they? Like in a college golf tournament?
They do.
By the way, shout out. Yet at the same time, I'm a little, disappointed with our guy Matty Every.
Why?
I kind of feel like, as much as we have him on here and as big a friend of the program, I kind of feel like we should get his A material more often. But I watched and heard a lot of Matty this weekend on the PGA Tour radio coverage, and he's bringing A-level material to all kinds of guys. I heard all kinds of great stories from Matty on the PGA Tour broadcast. He told one about they would play competitive ping pong a lot, like the player lounge. And he was talking about Daniel Berger, and that Daniel Berger was an incredible ping pong player, but he had this weird two-hand backhand.
Uh-huh.
How do you have a two-handed ping pong shot? Yeah.
It's very odd.
I got all kinds of, little insights and called Hideki Matsuyama's flop shot yesterday the best shot of year on tour. He might be right. If you saw it, you saw it. If not, Hideki did typical Hideki things. He hung around about like 15th all weekend, then charged to get a top 5. He's becoming the modern day version of Charlie Three Sticks.
I appreciate it. I had him in the
Did you?
brunch.
Well, that's good. You needed a good solid week this week. I don't know who I had. I never remember. I'm too honed into the fantasy. I can't remember who I got.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a great week there either, by the way, for yours truly. I don't know about everyone else. So there's that. Is there if you had to say one thing that you feel better about the Jaguars now than when it started, and one thing that you don't feel any better about since the Jaguars started?
Well, I haven't seen enough. That's a good question because it's so hard with the ground game, and I've been very concerned and very vocal about that. Got some little nicks and beat up injuries and moving linemen around that, and all of a sudden Anton Harrison is going to be the left tackle. So that's kind of interesting. I do think we are, I'll give you something I feel better about. I think that they're developing some extra pass rushers.
It seems that way. I mean, at some point, if B.J. Green flashes every single day, then there's something there.
I mean, I think that, you see Durfee's name come up. You see Green's name come up. You see Strigo's name come up.
Wesley Williams had a good scrimmage, made a couple plays.
Come up.
Tony is big on him, by the way, and talking to him last week, Thursday out there.
So I think that is where I would point to.
Feel better about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we don't necessarily have to go get Jadeveon Clowney or whomever.
I was going to, I feel, you know what? I feel better about, I guess this is why I feel my optimism is growing. I feel better about 2 or 3 things, and I'm only still worried about one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better about the coverage. And we got 4 cornerbacks that it's kind of like, we talk about our wide receiver room, and the 4 that we have, it might be, and one guy's the same on each side, but this 4 cornerbacks that they put together with Buster and Hunter and Jones and Jordan Lewis is awfully good.
Mm-hmm.
And the young safeties are good. So I feel better about the coverage. I'm like you. I'm a little more hesitant to get sucked up into the edge rushers are going to make a difference just because of the time of year. And, maybe we'll get a better indication on that through some preseason games and some joint practices. And for you, it's the running game. For me, it's the offensive line. I just feel like it's the one area, and no matter what they say, and I'm not the expert, so I'm not saying I am, that's the line that worries me. We don't have a single all-star level player on the line, and find a dominant team that doesn't. I challenge you. Find a dominant team that doesn't have the all-pro center or a 1 or 2 Pro Bowl tackles, and we don't have anybody who appears even close to that kind of recognition. And then optimism and growth aside, at the end of the day, they gave up 41 sacks and they averaged, 4 yards a carry, and both of those were poor. But again, I don't think they're a terrible line. I'm just saying I don't feel any better about them now than when it started.
Would you give up a pick to try to get like an all-pro lineman?
If it's where it makes the line come together as a whole, I feel like they got 5 guys. I think Harrison is emerged. I think 5. The other 4 are like all the same level.
I don't agree with your comment about you have to have an all-star lineman.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I don't know, like I'm just thinking out loud here. I mean, who was the all-star lineman on the Patriots last year that went to the Super Bowl? I mean, they were killing the pick from LSU, the Campbell kid. By the way, the Patriots have agreed to terms with their standout tight end Hunter Henry on a 2-year contract extension. So they like him because he's a good weapon for Drake May. He had 1 year.
You know what? And I don't know. They did go to the Super Bowl, so it's fair. I can't now suddenly say they are, not a good team. But it felt like after it was all said and done that they weren't as good as their record. They weren't a great team. They were a good team. They won the Super Bowl. But to your point, yeah, I don't think you're finding, all pros on there.
No.
But I will say these are your all pro first and second team offensive linemen last year.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Bronco.
Yeah.
I got a Bear.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Chief.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Chiefs didn't make the
I know
playoffs.
they didn't.
Yeah.
But they're a perennial. I got a Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
I got another Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a Niner. I got teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
For sure. But I have others that
I just
did.
remember Sticks Jeremiah one time saying you don't have to have superstars, but you got to have, you got to have a good, cohesive unit. And I see what they're doing. I don't know. I mean, look, can they play better? Absolutely. But I think what they've done and what their attempt to do is we've got not just 5, we've got 9 guys that we can move around if need be. And we feel good about that. And I think that's what their goal was. And I think that's kind of what they've accomplished. Now, will it work? I don't know. I have my questions about the ground game, but the general consensus from the players and such is that the ground game is getting better, that they're getting Rodriguez is doing what he's supposed to do, which is move the pile when they're in full pads, and they like Tootin's burst. And so far, so good, I would say, with the ground game.
Here's an undersold.
And LaQuinn Allen's played fairly well.
Here's kind of an undersold kind of situation that has happened, though, at camp more than once this year. Trevor Lawrence's interceptions have included the disclaimer, but it would have gone down as a sack.
Yeah.
It seems like I've read that 2 or 3 times, and these guys only got 6 interceptions, but 2 or 3 of them, it may not have been a pick because it would have been I've seen that a number of times when describing a play the defense made that would have probably been a sack. And I'll remind you, we weren't exactly sack happy. Mm-hmm. Our D-line's not known for putting an incredible amount of pressure. Again, these questions will be answered, and I don't mean to be an alarmist. I think it's a really the overall impression that I would take from these first 2 weeks, it's a good football team. It's just a good, solid football team. It's got a nice mix. It's got good veterans. It's got good young ascending veterans. It's got a staple of young talent. It's got a all-star level quarterback and a innovative front office and head coach. It feels like it would be an incredible disappointment if they're not, a playoff team.
Now, you guys, Jeff, you were before Hicken had arrived, and you were talking about we may not see a running back in that room go for over 1,000 yards. But do you like, I guess, the idea that this is going to be more of a running back by committee instead of having a bell cow?
I think a bell cow can emerge. I'm really hesitant to make too many observations about the running game because this time last year they had Tank Bigsby listed as the starter. By the time we got to the season, he wasn't even on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to read into Rodriguez or Tootin. I'm not buying into like the Amir Abdullahs and, those storylines. I don't think those are going to be impactful players. But I think it'll come from those 2 and then maybe some LaQuinn Allen. Like you said. All right, the 9 o'clock hour is next.
Time to get nasty.
Yeah, the boys have
RJ,
plans.
welcome to the nasty land.
You're not going to, do we have a shower here at the facility? I'm not sure. Sometimes you need one after the 9 o'clock hour. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. You're listening to The Drill.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Because radio is supposed to be fun.
Feels kind of like the first day of spring training for Little League here.
1010XL.
Jacksonville, save big today at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Right now, get a semi-automatic AR-style 12-gauge shotgun for just $2.99. Green Acres also stocks the top brands of suppressors. For nearly 60 years, Green Acres has been Jacksonville's trusted source for firearms and outdoor gear, providing expert service you can count on. Shop Green Acres today at greenacresporting.com.
Hey gang, Hicken here. You know, I've been using Zero Res for years now. Heck, I used a couple other guys way back when. Even tried to do the self-cleaning. That doesn't work well for the Hickens. I learned real quick it ain't for us. With Zero Res, that's the one. You get the zero residue carpet cleaner that leaves your carpets truly clean. No dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Plus, guys, they're affordable. This month, get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129. What do? You call them, 287-5727. 287-5727, or you can always visit Jacksonville.com, ZeroResJacksonville.com, ZeroResJacksonville.com, and ask for the 1010 XL special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
If you can't wait for kickoff, tip-off, or the first pitch, get your Gator fix anytime with a Gator podcast channel. Exclusive Florida Gator content from 1010XL. Set up by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Natural diamonds have not been this affordable in the past 20 years.
That's John Lupo at Beard's Diamonds, talking about how prices of natural rare diamonds have fallen pretty dramatically.
The best opportunity that I've seen in over 20 years.
So if you believe in buying low, John's son Ben says this is your chance.
It's really a good time to invest in natural right now. With prices being very aggressive for the consumer and for us, we're still able to pass along those savings.
Right now, Beard's Diamonds is stocked with both natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes at every conceivable price point.
We are happy to educate the consumer on lab-grown or natural diamonds, and we've got price ranges for everybody.
So at Beard's, you're not going to be pushed. You can choose natural or lab-grown. Get an unbiased education from non-commissioned experts and be guaranteed the highest quality and the best price.
We want to sell you something bigger, better, for less, and stand behind it 100%.
Discover real value today at Beard's Diamonds, a Jacksonville original in the St. John's Town Center.
I've worked with a lot of advertisers over the years, and you learn pretty quickly which ones are selling something and which ones actually care what happens after the sale. I'm Greg Gajewski, and when Awaken 180 first came to 1010XL, it started with Mike Dempsey, then Matt Hayes. From that first call, they wanted to understand our audience, not just buy a schedule. I talked with Paige, learned how the program worked, and at one point said, we got a guy, hacker, that could really use this. And her answer was immediate, let's help him. That's their entire mission. That's always been their answer. No revolving door, no corporate runaround. Paige never franchised Awaken 180 because she wants every coach, client, and endorser to feel supported. I saw that as a business partner, and then I experienced it myself. I went on the program and lost 50 pounds. That's why I endorse Awaken 180, not just because they're a 1010XL client, but because they care about people, and you feel it every day. Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. NFL analyst Lucky Brooks says Jags Parker Washington at top of wideouts.
Parker Washington quietly might end up being the Jaguars' #1 receiver.
Chase Beck was untouchable, a rain-shortened no-hitter, and a jumbo shrimp win. Jacksonville is home for a 6-game set with Syracuse starting Tuesday. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
82 degrees at 9:07. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Yeah, he's a bit undersized, but B.J. Green, the second-year defensive end for the Jaguars, has made an impression in this camp and is showing that this football team that he is capable of coming in and providing a pass rush. And if he can do that, man, the sky's the limit. It'd be fun to watch what he's able to do throughout the season. But when you're B.J. Green, when you're Danny Strigow, whoever you may be, you've got to come in and you've got to make things happen. He did in the scrimmage on Friday. He's certainly a name to watch going forward. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are out of this world. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Listen to me. Lift Power voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. That's because of things like that. They're also rapidly growing. They've been serving Jacksonville for, more than 50 years. They're family-owned and operated. And you have a chance to be part of the family. All you got to do, go to liftpower.com and learn more. That's liftpower.com. All right, welcome back to the program. Hanging out here on a Monday. NFL teams just want to avoid that injury bug right now. The Commanders did, and Laramie Tunsil, tricep surgery. He gone. Saints lose somebody for a season due to a torn ACL. Dylan Raduns out for the season with a torn ACL. Oh, it's just the worst. Just hate those things, man. And look, everybody's going to get them. Everybody's going to get them. Try to avoid them. Try to hope that they're not season enders. You know, I like Washington. I think Washington's going to return to compete at worst this year. It's suddenly a tough division. A lot of people like Dallas. A lot of people always like Philly has so much talent. A lot of people like Dallas. Washington bounced back. And the Giants on the come.
They got a great coach, and a lot of people think that Jackson Dart will be a good quarterback.
I heard Mojo talking about the AFC South. He said, "Look, that's a tough division. People are wrong when you say that about the AFC South." So
I'll tell you who's the real wild card in the division is it's easy to forget how good the Colts were playing until Daniel Jones got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a steamroll at the beginning of the year. They led the division, not the Jags or the or.
Are you sold
or
on Daniel Jones?
I'm not sold on him, but I think he can. You know, I don't think he's going 5-12 if he and they are healthy. I don't understand the philosophy around the receiver position, though. That's kind of an odd one. I don't trust Alec Pierce getting paid first money, and then Josh Downs is your second guy. Do you have anybody else, really? I'm sure there's a couple of vets that they've filtered through. They got a great tight end, though. You know, that tight end could potentially, lead tight ends in production this year. And obviously, Jonathan Taylor's one of the best backs in the league. They've got a decent line. They're a decent team. I'm not saying.
Alec Pierce has not practiced this summer. He had off-season ankle surgery. Josh Downs did not practice Saturday due to a groin injury. So, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Colts. I think the Colts.
No, I'm not sold on them
the Colts go backwards.
Okay, well, and they may very well. And I guess I'm just framing this within the question. Do you trust Daniel Jones? And if I think Daniel Jones quarterbacks all 17 games,
you do.
I don't think they necessarily go backwards. They were 7-10, weren't they, or 8-9?
Yes.
You know, they really, but at one point 7 or 8-1, I believe. I'd have to look and
I think he started
refresh.
red hot. I think he comes back to the pack. I think he's an average quarterback.
Well, and that's a fair supposition.
You know, the big talk up there, by the way, and his big talk is what in the hell has happened to Anthony Richardson?
What happened?
Well, first off, I heard rap sheets saying, there's like, how well does he see out of the one eye? I guess that
the band
snapped and whapped him in the eye. And the other thing is, some people say he looks a little disinterested. He's third string. They're fine with Riley Leonard. Anthony Richardson's time in Indy is done. He'll never play for the Colts again.
Okay.
He will. Best he can hope for is a second chance somewhere else, and hopefully,
or a couple of injuries in front of him, which can always happen. But.
Yeah. I don't know if he's on the roster when the season starts. I could see him dumping him to somebody. I don't know.
Would you take a flyer?
Would I?
As the backup?
I'd put him at
Here?
As a backup?
Not here, I wouldn't.
No?
Probably not.
That doesn't fit. No. Yeah, we're too precision. No. He's got to go to like Lamar's backup. Right? Go to somebody who's, be Josh Allen's backup. Go somewhere where they play a style that would behoove you if you actually played enough to have a style. You know, and at the end of the day, they take these guys. I mean, Anthony Richardson, they should have brought him under the guise of running the ball for the first 2 years.
100%.
Just run it, and then let the pass accentuate. But no, you got to make him a quarterback. You got to get him this and that and the other. And now, and the simple truth is this, too. If he ran every time, he'd be hurt in a week. The guy's hurt all the time.
The guy completed in 24 his last, he didn't play last year. Threw 2 passes. In 24, he completed 47% of his passes.
Is that his second year?
Yes.
What did he complete his first year?
50 of 84, 59%.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns and 1 pick.
That huge
Second
regression.
year, 8 touchdowns, 12 picks. I mean, just,
No, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. It's been an abject failure. And, I think it's okay. I don't think that's as much of a miss for those that thought Anthony Richardson would be a good NFL player, only because it hasn't played out like it looked like that skill set should. I think he should have been always treated like Josh Allen.
The biggest concern I had for Anthony Richardson wasn't skill set, I knew he needed to play. It was injuries.
For sure.
He can't stay healthy.
He was injured at
Soft
Florida.
tissue, always.
And he's been injured there.
He can't stay
And
healthy.
now to the point of a freak injury where a band hits you in the eye and cracks your orbital.
It's just one of those things, man. And the best ability is availability.
It's certainly it's certainly an important ability.
Yes.
I got the best so far early overreaction to a training camp exhibition season storyline. Happens to involve a guy that we're familiar with, but this sums up the hyperbole that can immediately take root in the National Football League, and that is this headline to a column: why Carson Beck should be the Cardinals' opening day starter. Here's another column. Beck isn't QB1 yet, but Cardinals like what they're seeing from the rookie. My man played 1 game against the third stringers of the Carolina Panthers. Should you be optimistic and hopeful about Carson Beck?
Sure.
But to take the first preseason game and immediately say he should be ahead of Jacoby Brissett and Gardner. I'll remind you, Gardner Minshew did Carson Beck things in his early career, preseason, and heck, regular season. So, look, I'm all for Carson getting the job. I hope he can.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to be based off of what you did in the first, half of the Hall of Fame game.
All right. The odds are out. First NFL coach fired, boys. Who do we think it is? Who is the favorite to be fired as the first NFL coach fired, ladies and gentlemen?
I mean, the low-hanging fruit is, and I guess they'll go with him because he was so bad and because they're a big market, even though it's been just 1 year. I guess it's Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, do you have one or do you agree?
I was going to say, because it seems like people are for or against him being on the hot seat, Sirianni.
Okay. All right.
I'll give you is Glenn number 1?
Glenn is number 1.
I'm going to say
Sirianni is number 7.
I'm going to give you number 2.
Okay.
Steichen
is number 4.
Okay. So that's not number 2. All right. Let me go with Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor's number 3.
Because you have to be have expectations to fall and get fired. We're good in the rest of the East. You're not firing first-year coaches. Let's see. No, not there.
By the way, Liam Cohen is third to last.
Yeah,
Only Mike McDonald and Sean McVay are more. Liam Cohen 300-1.
What about Benny Boy? I thought Ben Johnson was the best thing to come along since Vince Lombardi. How can he be?
He's 100-1.
Yeah.
Because Ben could get fired because he's sometimes a loose cannon. Like I could see Ben saying something he shouldn't say, and then all of a sudden being in trouble.
I got a good one. I got number 2, Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, Todd Bowles is number 2. What about is Matt LaFleur feeling anything yet?
No, Matt LaFleur is 22-1.
No. Okay. Are we missing anyone in the top 5 or 6 now? Or
Shoddy is 5th at 10-1. Dan Quinn and Sirianni are 12-1. Mike Verbal is 16-1. Kevin O'Connell 18-1. Dan Campbell 20-1.
Those, by the way, those are long shots when it comes to like a coach being fired. You've got to be 3-1 if you're in series.
But what's amazing is by the end of the season,
there'll be 8 or 9 of them.
8 or 9 will be gone.
Well, it is time. It's push or get poking if you're. Zach Taylor to me is the number 1 guy who has not done him enough with what he's had. Joe Burrow all these years. You don't have enough to show.
I'm going to try to slide this one by you guys.
Okay. Here he comes.
This isn't
Sneaky.
baseball.
Spitball. He's using a spitball.
This is a spitball. Baseball, name the managers.
No, we can't.
Hard to do.
No.
We do it every year in April. We suck at it. You know, we get like
very hard.
10 wrong.
I couldn't do it right now after
Right.
watching half the
I can
season.
do it right now. I still can't tell you the Marlins manager.
No, I look at games and I'm like, I still
Is it
don't know.
McCullough? Is it McCullough?
Yeah, that's
that is okay. I'm going to throw one name. I'm going to throw one team at you. You tell me the head coach of this team.
NFL or
Yeah,
baseball?
NFL.
Man, I think
Are you looking at coaches' names?
No, I'm just
All
looking
right.
at the teams.
Okay. If you know the answer, raise your hand, RJ. I'll give you full credit. I need to know who the head coach of the Miami Dolphins is.
Yeah, it's Halfley.
This is the drill on 1010XL.
Very good.
Oh, you got it.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck no.
Halfley would have been. That's the only one I think I could have slid by.
Yeah, Halfley came from the Packers.
Yes, he did. Boston College.
And well, and that one is more memorable doing what we do because of the Malik Willis. That was the storyline of why
Right.
he ended up there.
Right.
You know, he's with the Packers offensive core. But yeah, it's hard in the NFL.
You know the coaches,
yeah, you know him. And I was trying to think in my head, who is he going to ask me?
Yeah.
And I thought for a second, well, no, I know the Panther. You know,
Yeah.
I know the Saints. You
Yeah.
know, there are a few.
You know them all.
Yeah. You could probably, if you're not doing what we're doing, you could get 5 or 6 past just an average fan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's guys that don't jump out. You know, the Saints coach, right? I mean, we know who it is. There's
Kellen
some,
Moore.
but they don't jump out at you. But Halfley, that's a good one.
I mean,
it's a
that's
good
this.
try.
I mean, we saw the debut of one Mr. Mike Tomlin. Do you think he does this just this year and he gets back on the saddle next year?
He says he wants to coach again.
Yeah. No.
I don't think he gets back on the saddle.
No?
You don't
Not
think
for a
anyone
while.
will take him?
No, I think
yeah.
somebody would definitely take it.
I hear a lot of times they'll step into the broadcast booth talking about
I
wanting to
think
still
he'll love
coach,
it. And
then
he'll
you see,
realize,
yeah,
oh my
I don't need,
God.
yeah, this is much easier
I make
to
$8
coach.
million doing this.
I'm
getting
stealing
paid,
money.
And you're never wrong.
Stealing.
You're never second guessed. You're
Yeah,
you're
this
just
is
commenting.
fantastic.
How what?
It just depends with that. You know, look now, Dick Vermeil. You may not.
And he went back.
He took like a 20-year respite, but the lure was too much. And
Well, Gruden went back.
yeah. Well, Gruden would go back in a second.
But I'm
right
just saying.
Yeah,
but
Gruden
no,
come back
but,
today.
But no, but he went from Tampa to Monday Night Football
Yes.
guy. That's a
Yes.
big go back.
Yes.
You know, it's not a little go back.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the coverage from the Hall of Fame game. Did you see Tomlin at all? Was he good?
I thought he was fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought he was good.
I would expect him to be.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break.
It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday on the drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Alan Tyre with Trust Line Mortgage. My business partners Bill Pappas and Ken Rimley want to thank all the top real estate agents and builders who refer us business every day. Thinking about buying or building a new home? At Trust Line Mortgage, we're here to make the mortgage process simple, clear, and stress-free. That's why First Coast residents have trusted us for more than 37 years. Since 1989, Trust Line Mortgage has been your local mortgage company dedicated to personal service. Real people, real conversations, and real solutions. Whether you're looking for a conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loan, Trust Line Mortgage brings over 4 decades of experience to help you. And did I mention we offer the most competitive jumbo rates in Florida? If you're ready to buy, build, refinance, or simply explore your options, call Trust Line Mortgage today at 904-381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trust Line Mortgage.
Trustline Mortgage, NMLS 331480. Alan Tyre, NMLS 246490. Bill Pappas, NMLS 218443. Ken Remley, NMLS 246445.
Hey, gang, when it comes to trucks, the only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom of Atlantic Boulevard loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado. Ready to work or play just as hard as you do. I don't just talk about them. I got not one, I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks of my own. They've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, dependability, style. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by the Atlantic Boulevard showroom today. Say hi to Gabe in service. Does a terrific job. Took care of my boy Blue with an oil change just last week. See why truck people keep coming back for more at George Moore Chevrolet. Together, that's right.
Lunch break? Join Joe, Matt, and Leon. 3 guys talking sports, wings, and whatever Jacksonville's chewing on today. XL Primetime noon to 2 on 1010XL. Grab a seat and bring your appetite.
Hurricane season is here, And now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
If you love the Jags, if you crave the NFL, we make a show for you. It's Jaguars Today with experts and insiders. Locked down by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
When you're injured, you need more than legal advice. You need someone who truly cares. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, I take pride in what we do. You're never just another case. We take the time to listen, guide you through the process, and fight for your recovery every step of the way. And remember, you pay nothing unless we win. Zip, nada, nothing. Learn more at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. If you spend even one summer in Jacksonville, you know how important your vehicle's air conditioning is. Right now, Big Chief Tire is offering $50 off AC services to keep you cool on the road. They'll keep you cool all summer long with honest service and fair pricing. Don't wait until you're driving with the windows down in August. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com and schedule your appointment today. Big Chief Tire. Service you can trust.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, what's bothering you, pal?
You know me, Jason. I'm a by-the-book kind of guy.
Oh, I know.
I drive the speed limit. I take my vitamins.
Sort your socks alphabetically by color.
Blue comes before brown, Jason. We aren't heathens.
But something's got you bothered.
It's not you, Jason, but there are some other companies in your business that have people pretty upset for doing things, you know, a little sketchy.
I know.
And when people get scammed, well, it looks bad on you, too.
So let me make things better for everyone. Here, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
If you're worried you called the wrong company and might be paying too much or getting work done you really don't need, call us for a free second opinion.
For free? Just to make people feel better?
Life can get pretty expensive sometimes. If you worry about spending money you don't really need to, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Fantasy football is upon us. ET here for Twin Peaks, and it's almost that time to draft and kick off another season. This year, take your fantasy football draft party to Twin Peaks, where cold drinks, made from scratch food, and wall-to-wall TVs make your local lodge the ultimate draft day headquarters. Round up your league, grab a table, and get ready for the picks. The rivalries and the full season of bragging rights begins. Whether you're defending a title or drafting for the first time, start your fantasy season at Twin Peaks. Book your fantasy football draft party at your local lodge today. Come on, somebody.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Well, I made the mistake of putting the Vermont-Massachusetts New England regional game on here.
Yeah.
And now we're telling...
It's your worldwide sports leader, ESPN.
We're telling...
Yeah.
telling-
Nobody's got their finger on the pulse of American sports fan like those guys.
We're here ripping 12-year-olds is what we're doing.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There should not be regional
We don't need
Little
regional.
League on.
We don't need regional.
Yeah, we don't. And by the way,
And It's not very good either.
Or maybe it's also time to stop inviting Vermont. It's the top of the first. They're down 3-0. It's not getting any better. And I have bad news for the Vermontians. Carlton Fisk ain't walking through that door. He's the only fella from Vermont.
No Pudge.
Well, number 2, the second best, the most notable Vermont-born MLB players. Number 1, Carlton Fisk. Number 2,
never heard of him.
Larry Gardner.
Larry, LG.
Played back in the 19-teens. Number 3, again, Ray Fisher.
The Fish. Ray Fisher might have been a Met.
No, he wasn't because he pitched in the 1900s.
Okay. Guess he was.
Bertie Tebbetts.
Bertie!
He had a 53-year career in Major League Baseball, hopefully not all as a player. Modern era Vermont Major Leaguers. Yeah, not a one. Derek Barton, Chris Duffy, Ernie Johnson Sr. My man Ernie Johnson was a Vermont.
Shout out, Ernie.
I don't know how he's called modern era, but okay. So, yeah, Vermont probably got a long day ahead of them here against. And, Massachusetts, they probably look down on Vermont all year long and everything. Hey, Montpelier, when you got a Boston, call us.
Oh, boy.
There goes
another one to
That's
the
a
wall.
ground ball that just went to the wall. That's the speed in the outfield for Vermont.
Yeah.
The ball went up the middle and to the wall.
Might want to take the kid out of the game.
Oh, they're going to... Hey, what a play.
At the plate. He's out.
They hosed him at the plate. Did they even get a run in there?
Yeah, they got one.
They got one? All right.
Put a 4 spot on.
Yeah, the Vermont kids have got a task in front of them. They're down 4-0 after the top of the first. And again, we shouldn't be telling you this because this shouldn't be on television.
Well, that's a good point. A lot of contracts are coming up in the broadcast booths of the NFL next year. And a guy who's played it really well is Olsen, who's very well thought of. Greg Olsen, right? That's his name, Greg Olsen?
Who?
Greg Olsen.
For who?
He's a broadcaster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For Fox. He was the top dog, and then he lost his gig.
Tight end. Yeah.
Lost his gig to Tom
Panthers
Brady.
tight end. Yeah.
Tom Brady took over. Greg Olsen. Now, over at CBS, the buzz is that old Romo ain't going to be back.
Really?
They kind of.
So they're going to use that.
Yeah, they're going to use that. Figure out a way to get him out of there.
Kind of like what you did there, Dan. The buzz.
Yeah.
Is...
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
So let's say he gone, and then Greg Olsen slides in with Nance, and he's back on a number 1 team. So
who's next for CBS? By the way,
what do you mean?
Like when Nance is gone, is Nance just going to be around forever? No. Nance looks young. How old is Nance? Got to be in his 70s, doesn't he?
I don't know if he's 70, but I bet he's close. He's 67.
Okay, well, he can do another 8 years if he wants.
Yeah.
And he stepped out of some things, right? He stepped out of the NCAA tournament. He still does the Masters. He does golf. He doesn't do all the golf anymore, though.
No, he'll take summer times off.
Yeah.
He's got to go look at the Centaur in his house.
He at Minotaur Centaur, I don't know what it was, but by all accounts, at one point he had a big self-portrait when you walked into his house where the bottom half of his body was a horse and the top half was his. That almost sounds like some sort of scene from a Will Ferrell parody movie.
Well, they got Kevin Harlan, who's great.
Yeah.
They got Ian Eagle. They got his kid. They got Catalan, who's pretty good. They got a lot of guys, man. So they got dudes. But the guy who's going to be the Musburger / followed by Nance.
It probably won't be Harlan. He's probably too old.
Maybe that Noah Eagle cat.
Maybe.
Yeah, do all signs point to maybe Ian Eagle?
How old are these guys? I think if say Nance steps down, let's say in 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Let's say
so the guy who's going to replace him has got to be in his late 30s right now.
Ian Eagle's 57.
Yeah, that'd be 64. That's not where you go. I don't think. How old's Kevin Harlan? About the same?
Noah Eagle's 29.
Is he any good? He's just his son. I know he's his son.
I think he's sounds just like his dad to me. I think he's pretty good.
Harlan 66.
Who?
Yeah, Harlan 66.
He's 66 years old already? Yeah, so it's not him either.
Yeah.
Catalan's the one that does the golf, right? How old's he?
Catalan's good.
How old's he? I bet he gets it.
I don't know. I don't know if he's a...
Does he do football?
Oh, yeah. He's done Jaguar games
for sure.
Forever, man. Catalan is 46.
Yeah, so he'd be kind of in that. I don't know. We'll see.
How about Spiro?
Spiro Deeds.
47.
You know what?
Again, mid-50s by
Nobody
the time.
cares.
No, you're
What
right.
am I doing?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
How about Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser?
Yeah, that's not happening. The only time you really, the announcer or the guy comes up is when you really severely dislike them.
Yes.
It's the only time they're noticeable. It's not like, oh, I love that guy. I love that studio host. Boy, is he the best.
Yeah. You're 100% correct. So.
Marv Albert. Let's bring him back.
Marv.
Is Marv alive still?
Marv is alive.
He is, yeah.
Marv may be close to Marv is in his 80s for sure, right?
Does Romo can they
85 for Marv?
Yeah, can Romo be fired if like there's no charges, or do you think is there
morals clause?
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, what's the morals clause there? He had a
conduct detrimental.
He had a beer.
No, he's drunk driving.
Well, not if he's not charged.
Marv is 85, by the way.
Huh?
Marv is 85.
Yeah, here's what he just said.
Yeah.
This is from the text line out of nowhere. Dodgers rule. I don't know what that means.
Smart man.
Dodgers rule what? The losing streak of 8 out of 9? Dodgers rule the checkbook? Dodgers rule Fort Knox?
Dodgers rule.
Yeah, Dodgers rule, he says.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably not the best timing for that statement, but there's no arguing that they've won a couple in a row. And
best
if
moment.
you spend $1 billion on your roster, you too would win 1 or 2 in a row.
Let's do this. Let's grab a break, come back, do some New York City headlines.
Okay, I like that.
I'm in the mood for some New York City headlines. I want to see what's cooking around this great land of ours, what the freaky freaks are up to. It's nasty. We haven't got nasty at all. So
boy, yeah. Headlines bring the nasty into the 9 o'clock. I'm not going to lie.
All right, this is the drill.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Holler at Hacker. If you got something to say, holler at Hacker.
Hey, Hacker!
Call it, text it, drop it in the chat. Holler at Hacker. Anything and everything. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, Hicken on 1010XL. The secret to a great lawn isn't what you see on top. It's what's happening underneath. TopDressing.com focuses on the soil with poor aeration and a special organic top dressing blend that improves drainage, reduces compaction, and feeds those roots deep down. The result is thicker, greener grass that stays healthy season after season. So solve the problem. Do like I did. Call 888-850-1850 or visit TopDressing.com.
Prosser here. You want to know 3 words you can live by? Job well done. Want to know 3 more? Custom tree surgeons. Those 2 go hand in hand. When summer storms come crashing through or hurricane winds start to blow, Custom Tree Surgeons is always on standby, doing it better than everyone else. No job too big or too small, and always job well done. With Custom Tree Surgeons, call Custom Tree Surgeons or visit them at CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
Hicken here, or maybe you should call me Dreamfinders Danny. Look what Dreamfinders is doing again, an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyoublow.com.
Frank Frangie here for my friends at Coyle Fencing. You've heard me talk about our Bregan baseball complex with walk-off charities, and we needed a batter's eye. Nobody knew how to do it. Coyle figured it out, and it is great. Since then, Coyle & Sons has completed hundreds of projects, including most recently our football fields at Fort Family Park. The bottom line is they do everything. They do it well. It looks great. I trust Coyle & Sons. You can too. Since 1927, they've been getting it right. CoyleJacks.com. C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. That's where you find them. A proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's talk insurance, or as I say, assurance, because that's what you get with my friend Mandy at the Bowers Agency. Mandy and her dream team at the Bowers Agency will personalize your insurance playbook. They will give you max protection. Not your average insurance agent. Mandy and the Bowers Agency have everything you need. Home, life, business, auto. Call Mandy at the Bowers Agency or visit them on Facebook or at BowersAgencyJacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monaghan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Lots of golden nuggets today. Lots to choose from.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with. I'm going to give a golden nugget to a pair of golfers who, stoned up at their last chance to stay alive in this PGA Tour golf season. And Michael Brennan went out and won the tournament this weekend. He'd had a real good last month.
And his mom said, "We're going to the Masters."
Yeah, he was outside of he was outside of the top 70 before this week, so that win put him in there. And then what Jackson Koivon just did is going a little bit undersold. And I get it. There's been too many Tiger comparisons. It's kind of dulled the palate a little bit, right? Spieth comes on, no one's done this at this age since Tiger. But to earn your temporary status and only have 6 tournaments to catch everyone that played 25 is impressive. And Koivon, the rookie out of Auburn, did just that. And it took him just 6 starts to qualify for the FedEx Cup playoffs, and that's the second fastest or the second shortest amount of time that anyone's ever qualified. Tiger did it in 5. And oh, by the way, back when the FedEx Cup playoffs first started, your first round wasn't 70. You only had to get into the top 100 or whatever it was. So he's doing it with a smaller window, so to speak.
Yeah. Some time for some New York City headlines brought to you by our friends at Oceanside Cleaners. 3 locations. Hold on. Thank you, RJ. Brought to you by our friends at Oceanside Cleaners. 3 locations that serve you off the south side, out in Ponte Vedra, in St. Augustine. Man, oh man, they prove it every time. They say if it's got fabric, they can clean it. They've done my outdoor cushions. They'll do your backpacks as kids go back to school. Shout out Duval, back to school today. Shout out to all
St.
you.
John's also, yeah.
The 9 o'clock nasties in full effect now because all the kids are
Backseatigans are
back in their
classroom
spots.
learning right now. They're learning.
It's learning time, baby.
Getting those calculators and phones out so they can look up the answers.
There you go. But Oceanside Cleaners will be part of our fabric here in Jacksonville and down in St. Augustine. Oceanside Cleaners. We just don't clean, we care. Now hit it. A joyriding thief breaks into Kim Kardashian's $60 million mansion and steals car.
It's very rare that I pull for the joyrider, but I'm going to go ahead and pull for the joyrider on that one.
A Shake Shack customer alleges restaurant raised prices on food after selecting no tip on self-pay kiosk.
The tipping culture is just out of control, dude. You need to talk to your restaurants because they're charging way too much, man. I mean, you go out to dinner, bro. It's 100 bones.
Ship out of luck. Mark Zuckerberg's $300 million super yacht refused to help stranded boat.
Just show me who you are.
Maniac allegedly tried to run over jogger 3 times after she wished him good morning.
Okay, there's got to be more to that story. I think it probably involves mental illness.
Back at it, Brad Pitt confesses he's no longer sober after 7 years. I'm back, off the wagon.
Why do you announce that? In case you see me out drunk somewhere? Yes, you're right.
Squatters' rights. Massive python with swollen belly found under New Jersey family's shed with x-ray revealing its last meal.
I hope it was the previous squatter. Oh, that would be touche. Yeah, the previous. These squatters are the lowest level of humanity in this country.
Middle school teacher accused of crossing the line with student arrested under new anti-grooming law.
This happens way too much. I mean, and it's the ladies going after the boys, bro. I mean, come on, man.
All for nothing. Brazilian soccer player falls into tunnel celebrating goal that didn't count in wild scene.
First of all, how do you have a tunnel you can fall into? I always knew tunnels to be flat surfaces.
Good things come to those who wait. Divers find 162-year-old beer in shipwreck. And there's a possibility it's still drinkable.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Are we thinking about maybe the standards of brewing back 180 years ago?
Unruly Alaska Airlines plane passengers allegedly threatened to take over jet before it left Miami. ATC Audio.
I mean, I don't know. It's like we're living in a bad movie, bro.
Bicentennial. Wild video shows huge bison knock tourists to ground and refuse to let him stand up.
I'm also, again, a sign of weakening character. I pull for the bison in these situations. We got a bunch of the idiocrats running around taking selfies. Bison, hey.
Economist accidentally swallows fly during live CNN segments.
Those are great, bro.
Ice cold. Ivanka Trump's gorgeous Iceland photos show off her stunning cool weather escape.
Boy, you want to talk about way less visibility. The whole Ivanka husband deal, which seemed to be always around in that first run by Trump. We haven't hardly seen them at all this time.
No. The Odyssey inspires surging travel interest in real-world locations behind the blockbuster.
It must be a nice life if you can watch a movie and say, oh, I want to go to Greece.
Inside Kylie Jenner's kitty-themed 29th birthday party with sister Kim and BFF Hailey Bieber.
So much wrong with that whole thing. It might be one of the circles of hell to sit in that room.
Michael B. Jordan and Ray spark romance rumors during Six Flags outing.
That would be way more interesting to me if I had any idea who Ray was.
Do we know who Ray is, RJ?
I bet you he knows who Ray is.
Anybody know Ray?
By the way, can you? We talked.
Who is Ray?
We talked a lot.
Ray is a celebrated British singer, songwriter, and record producer. She is famous for her powerful, soulful voice and her massive independent global hit single, Escapism.
Okay.
I want some escapism.
You don't know the song, so don't sing it.
I gotta get out and escapism.
I don't. That's probably nothing at all.
I'm stuck in the schism, but now I get my escapism.
Every day. We talked about the bounce that soccer is supposed to take in North America coming off the World Cup and the expert job hosting by Mexico and U.S. and Canada. Mexico and U.S. both advancing to the knockout round. So I was a little bit interested. I saw that the under-20 finale between Mexico and the U.S. was played last night in Azteca Stadium. Holds 87,523. We had 32 grand there. Where's the bounce, Hick?
We didn't get a bounce.
Where's the excitement about the future of soccer? I holds 87. We had 32,000. They probably spent all their money on the World Cup. Who are we kidding?
No bounce.
We will introduce you to the an exciting new show here on 1010XL. It's called Jaguars Today. And,
starts today.
Man, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic program.
Wonderful.
I've seen the research. We're back with more on a Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hey, soccer fans, Sporting Jacks is giving away a new Honda Accord Saturday, 8:15. Sporting Jacks men take on Indy 11 at 7 on Hodges Field at UNF. Just be there. Someone will win a new car from Honda at the Avenues and Sporting Jacks. Visit sportingjacks.com today.
The investment landscape is always changing. We know that. Lately, it's been fantastic, by the way. Thank you, ITP. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITP Partners, one thing remains constant, our commitment to your financial future. Look, they do more than just invest. They consolidate your accounts. They'll roll over an old 401k. They'll help you maximize your pension programs. They're going to make your financial journey simple and smart. And our ITP partners, Reed Wingate, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb, Reagan Wright, Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, the best. Your personalized investment strategy built on trust, transparency, and experience. Summertime now. Get that money in motion. Let ITP Partners help you pursue your financial goals so you can focus on what matters most. They're ITP Partners, stable, strategic, secure, constantly working to be your financial partners for life. Registered representatives offering securities offered through Cetera Wealth Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, and advisory services offered through Blue Horizon Equity, Inc.
If you've been dealing with backups, strange smells, or soggy spots in the yard, your septic system is trying to tell you something. This month, save $500 on a new septic system installation from DuckDuckRooter. As the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, we'll handle everything, from the required permits and inspections to the complete installation. Stop hoping. Start fresh. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or DuckDuckRooter.com. Financing is available.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barra Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarriorOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barra Orthopedics.
It's back to school season. Get a brand new fence from Superior Fence and Rail. For a limited time, get free takedown and haul away of your old fence. A $500 value with your new fence purchase. Offer valid on residential projects of 100 plus linear feet. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com. SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, you talk a lot about a diamond's cut grade. Why is a diamond graded for cut?
Frank, that's simple. We cut grade diamonds to show a measurement of beauty and light return to the person looking at the diamond so they can understand the value difference between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one cut for maximum weight. Now, it gets a little more complicated when you find out that the American Gem Society Laboratory actually assigns performance grades and proportion grades using patented computer software and grades for polish and symmetry using a microscope. The end result of cut grading is a final grade that can go from a 0 or ideal to a 10, which is poor. Each of these grades are priced a little differently. That's why you can see a diamond with a fine color and clarity priced low, particularly on the internet, because a trained gemologist won't buy it for resale because of the poor cut. Unfortunately, these type deals aren't good deals. They're bad deals for the unknowing customer.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Did you know that the Kuhn Flowers showrooms are filled with gift ideas for the ones you love? This is RJ. From floral arrangements to unique and timely gifts, Kuhn Flowers has been a staple here in Jacksonville for over 75 years. KuhnFlowers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Welcome back to the show. We're making the turn for home here on the Drill on a Monday. No practice for the Jags. Florida head coach John Sumrall will meet with the media after their 5th practice of fall camp around 9:55 today. So
it has gotten damn near impossible to get intel out of these college football practices. Not just in Gainesville, but try and look up FSU or anyone. Georgia, they just lock it down, man. I mean, NFL teams will open up their training camps to everyone to see. These college teams feel. And by the way, for an opener against some team that has no chance, right? It's not like you're working on Auburn here in the summer.
There was I don't much talk about banana ball.
So the Savannah Bananas?
Yeah.
Okay.
But did you see that left fielder's catch
I did not.
last night?
No. What did he do? I mean, how do they do? I mean, I've seen him do I've seen him do cartwheel catches and backflip catches.
He came in on one and flipped and caught it.
Oh, wow.
And it was...
It somersaulted, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
in midair and landed on his
so
feet.
he jumped in the air. Okay, so he didn't roll. He jumped in the air
Yes.
and caught it behind his back, he just said. Yeah, that's stupid.
That was there was also a catch in I think it was the Miners. He went up to catch it and went over and he popped it up in the air and he landed and then he caught it as it landed.
I
while
missed
he was
that
flat
one.
on his back.
I saw the Brewers, the center fielder, had a couple of great grabs yesterday.
But here's your banana.
Lauro.
Let me see if I can find this banana ball.
Yeah,
catch.
somebody's going to get killed doing this banana thing.
This is also a cowboy hat pitcher, by the way. But this is impressive, man. I'm sorry, but
okay, I see. He kind of had it measured, and then he started his flip as it was about to hit his glove. But nonetheless, is that Atlanta? That looks like Atlanta.
I don't know. I can't, were they in?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
maybe
I don't see that many fans at a Braves game. That's what they're jumping in my head.
Yeah,
that looked like the Braves. Just show
Look at
the
that.
very beginning again.
I mean, how did he get that ball in that glove?
Yeah, because it was almost there when he started jumping.
But it wasn't.
Not that that's not impressive.
I mean, he started.
When he started his jump, that ball was like 8 feet from his glove.
Yeah. That's good.
Sure.
That's
that might
best
be
one I've seen.
Might
I
be a
gotta
land.
say.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I do think they have do they have a hub? Like it used to be Savannah, obviously. Is it still the hub? Are they now just strictly like the Globetrotters? They're on the and they play a whole year. And don't they have a foil team like the Generals that play against them everywhere? Or is there more than one?
Well, there's more than one.
And the Bananas, unlike the Globetrotters, they're not guaranteed to win every time out. They're just they're just the bell cow franchise.
Yes.
But they don't.
Yes. So it's hard to. They got different teams.
I like some of the stuff. I like the athletic, like the gymnastics kind of stuff. Going out on stilts and stuff is dumb to me.
Yeah,
that was fun, but not if we're gonna keep score. To a degree.
I'm looking. I can't do this. Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
I've got here, Mike. What I've got is I got Mr. Ed. You remember Mr. Ed?
The horse?
Of course.
Facing Sandy Koufax here.
How'd he do?
Well, he's Mr. Ed's.
Is this a Mr. Ed episode?
He's going to hit a home run.
I think I remember seeing it. Mr. Ed's in a uniform, isn't he?
Oh, he knocked the horse out off that one.
There he goes.
Isn't he in a uniform, Mr. Ed, in the scene?
No, he's at Dodger Stadium, though.
Okay.
He looks a little slow going around the bases, though, and I also
he's in his home run trot.
Well, yeah, but it's in the park. I mean, and he's picking it up, and he's only at second base. He's out at home.
There's a suspension of disbelief to just have a talking horse to begin with, but we're going too far when said horse is a baseball player. I kind of have to have hands. And how did he hit it with his mouth?
The slide?
Like, was that Campanella? He wanted nothing to do with it.
How did he hit the ball? How was he holding the bat?
In his mouth.
In his mouth.
Yeah. He's hanging, and he just
kind of,
And then they had him slide.
That's neck muscles.
Is it a real slide? I guess they didn't have all the photoshopping back then, buddy. It might be real.
It was not real.
No, the catcher was bailing out. He didn't need to slide.
No.
He left home plate
I like
wide open.
Sandy's chances.
Should have gone head first.
Anyway, I digress. How are you?
I'm well.
Nixon 5.
Nixon 5.
What's going on today?
That's about all.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Jags are off today. I was out there yesterday watching.
Some cleanup. Got to do some cleanup today.
Well, got to get some healthy offensive linemen going here, man. I mean, we're starting to get quite the pile up at the same.
Who are your 5 best offensive linemen? Do you have one in your mind?
Well, I mean, I don't know if McCary's any good right now because we haven't seen him do anything, you know. So maybe Milam at right guard. Obviously, Cole Van Lanen. Don't know when he's going to be available, but he would be one of the 5. Yeah. So, I think they would think Walker Little would be the next man up.
He's hurt.
And he's hurt. And Pregnon's hurt. Got a lot of guys, right? And, so, Ezra and I don't know, Baselli talked up Monheim when he was on with us last week, but I don't think he's overtaken Hainsey for the starting job.
I wouldn't think so either. It'd be fun. All right. Anything else special?
Just Jag talk. Jamal St. Cyr will come on. We'll hear from Trevor and Grant Udinski, among others.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
All right. That's Mike Dempsey. He's getting ready for
Jaguars today.
You tell me that's a brand new program.
Oh,
making
it's
its
hot
debut
happening.
today.
That's correct. Every show is like a new show.
Yeah.
And we are the drill. Just old and boring and done for the day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, RJ.
Next Gen Roofing Monday, and RJ back again tomorrow because we're putting E in the bus and sending him all over town. So look forward to that Blitz the Bank tomorrow as well. See ya.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com.